we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade. Or Rolling These 20's presents Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night. Or is it
No,
Rolling
you
These
usually
20's,
say it's a
John?
rolling D. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been here before. I don't do intros all that well, but hello, hi, I'm Prince, aka Doubles the Dice around the internet. I'm the storyteller for this game, and it is going to be a doozy, I imagine. As you can see, we have a guest, and we're gonna get to that later.
You're
But
down
for
here for
now,
me.
let's talk about content. Vampire the Masquerade is an adult game with adult themes such as gore, violence, blood, body horror, some sexually charged themes, uh, mind control, player loss of agency, gaslighting, uh, and getting Zucker fucked. I don't know how else to call it because it's real meta, but that's kind of a thing that's happening right now.
Did you get that one from Mike?
No, I made that one up on the fly. Listen, art imitates life, and life is getting weirder and weirder as we go. So might as well just embrace the absurdity.
And you can
Anyway.
finally make it to comedic.
My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to let my players introduce themselves, and we're going to go around the table, starting with Bear.
Oh shit. Sorry, I was in night.
Oh, you're not prepared.
I was doing things in night thought for the channel. That's why I'm not prepared. Also, I usually don't go first.
True.
Hi, I'm Fair. Tonight I will be playing Couture Baptiste. Hakata used to be influencer, but now is a time traveler vampire. That's all I got right now.
All right, and Liz.
I'm Liz. I will be playing Dr. Aretsaser Ari de la Sombra. Yeah, we're all time travelers, really. It's very weird.
Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I'm playing Sorita Sanchez the Bruja, who is very much like, can we just get the shit done and get out of here? That's all I want to do. No bickering. Let's just do it.
And Juice.
Hey, I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. And I am playing Salvador Suarez, our also time-traveling gangrel who has yet to see an animal, except for my famulus, Paco, the peacock.
Indeed. And our guest.
Oh, hi. I am the French Tuck. I am a streamer, TTRPG player. You've seen me on here playing Death House. I do all sorts of things on the internet. Tonight, I will be playing Andromeda, aka Andy. I am not a time traveler, but I'm not going to tell you yet who I am, because that is going to be revealed in game. But it'll be very interesting.
If you so happen to catch our game that we ran for Greater Restoration, then you might have an idea who Andy is and where they came from. But we'll get to that. So let me just preface this before we go into recap that our players are far into the future. They went through a portal to basically find a cure to, well, vampire destruction in this awful future that they're in, where vampires are being destroyed by both technology through nanoblots that basically destroy vampire blood by exploding like little suns inside of them. And an awful future where Meta, yes, the Facebook company, that Meta, has taken over the world, essentially, and taken over the mage faction, the technocracy. Our players have, unfortunately, not ended up where they thought they would be. When they went through the portal, they jumped about 100+ years ahead of where they thought they'd land. So things are not what they were told they were going to be here. With that, who wants to do a recap? Liz?
I'll go. All right, so you covered the broad strokes. We are now in the future. We started off last session walking out with Salvador's cultists in front. One of them tripped, fell, cut their leg or something, and then was immediately torn to shreds by a cybernetic human,
Oops.
and eaten. So that was exciting as the first thing we see as we are walking through this portal, or rather was partially devoured, and then the person that was eating the cultist, I guess, had their head blown off by Liza, a
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
No, it was Liza.
It was
I'm making a
Liza.
Liza Minnelli joke.
Oh, okay. Threw me off. Sorry. I got the attention span of a goldfish, y'all. Liza, she comes over, gives us a little bit of a rundown, tells us that Kane is a 400-foot titan, tells us that our best bet for finding any kind of information is at this old and looks old building a couple blocks down called the Union something or other. And we guess, we're like, okay, the Union League, Prince Jackson's center of power, I guess is the best way you could say it. We start walking down there, keeping an eye out. We see most people have some form of cybernetic enhancement or others, and most windows and basically anything reflective has been replaced with television screens and stuff like that. And this is where we eventually find out that it's the fucking metaverse and terrible. We all hate it here. At some point, because Philly has been torn to shreds, we have to go through a building that has fallen across the road as we make our way down to the Union League. And we have to kind of walk in one sideways window and then walk across and then walk to the other. Walk out the other. There we go. As we were doing that, once again, a cultist trips. A friend goes back to help. They both get eaten. While that is going on, Ari goes into doctor mode and realizes that while, yes, they are sadly being eaten alive, they are being eaten with a surgical precision because their skin is being kind of cut open and all the tasty innards are being eaten, and the skin is being used to replace the skin that is kind of breaking down and falling apart on these, lack of a better way to say it, feral humans. We make it to the Union League, and Salvador puts his remaining cultists in a storm basement because we can't have y'all walking around with us right now. And even if we wanted to, they wouldn't be able to come into the Union League because as we are kind of approaching, we see people giving it a wide berth. We go in, we start poking around in what we remember was the library. As we are looking around, Katura is grabbed and her blood begins to boil because she is attacked by Abraham, Delroy's old friend, who doesn't recognize us at first. Eventually, we de-escalate the situation enough to get some information out of him. He gives us more of a rundown, tells us what's been going on, tells us how people have been feeding, mentions a farm that we know nothing about. Can't give us information on that, obviously. And mentions Delroy has died. Katura demands to know how. Abraham doesn't want to talk about it. Abraham continues giving a download, basically explaining, look, the water should be fine. It's a little uncomfortable. It's cold as shit. You don't want to get caught outside too late at night because it gets really, really cold. And there's weird stuff down in the
Interject for a
subways.
moment because I did forget one major point. Part of the reason there's water in many places is because climate change. Yeah, basically there's been a lift of water of about 12 feet in this future, and thus most of South Philly is underwater, as well as some parts of Center City. And if you go to other places outside of Pennsylvania, it is much the same. Continue.
There's plenty of water, and there's weird stuff in the tunnels and sewer. That's the damn word I couldn't remember. Sewer system and subways. As we are going, he starts leading us to where he thinks we'll be safe. Eventually, it circles back around to Delroy, and he tells us, Mike, avert your ears, that Ed had to kill Delroy because Delroy was determined to find out where the hell we had went. Because when we left, he was not in a good place. As we start leaving, Ari demands to Abraham that, look, you're going to teach me how to do these ley lines because we're going back and we're going to avert all of this. So you're going to have to teach me. And they go back and forth for a hot second. Katura yells back, just fucking teach her! And he gives her a bloodstone to hold on to for the future. And that was where we left off, with him going down towards the Sabat ship and us going into tunnels, into sewers, into something.
Yeah. And we had also learned, you might have just mentioned this, I apologize if you did, that we were lied to about the environment around us. That if we breathe it in, we would die, and if we touch the water, we would die. But apparently we were told it was bullshit.
It wasn't
at this
it wasn't
point in the future.
necessarily a lie. They just didn't realize that we would be sent further into the future than they were anticipating.
As far as they understood, we got sent to the exact point they thought we were, and we can't exactly tell them that's not correct right now. That one I will say was accidental.
You're muted.
Sorry. Yes, so when we left off last, y'all were indeed heading to the lower levels of this place and into these subway tunnels, which y'all know to be flooded, but lucky for you, you don't have to breathe. And the way it was explained by Abraham was that it's not a far jaunt underwater, but you will have to go underwater for a little bit. It is dark, and it will be hard to see, especially if you don't have anything to let you see in the dark. But, so one of you do.
Dark, the sight oblivion thing. I keep wanting to call it Eyes of the Beast, and that isn't correct, but
Oblivion sight, excellent.
Thank you.
As you step into the water, you realize it is very, very cold. And it's not anything unexpected. You know, you get down into these tunnels, the water's cold. There are fish that swim past you and stuff like that, but nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. However, as you get deeper into the water and under, it gets dark. It's obviously not sunlight, and it is covered at the top. If a human came through here, they'd have to swim fast and hope for the best. Have a pretty damn good flashlight. Y'all have neither of those things. But those of you who have supernatural sight can use that. And those who don't, I still want you to make a wits and awareness roll, everyone.
So as soon as we get down there and I feel the first fish, like, I guess, glide and swim past my body, where I feel like the current of something, and I look in that direction and see a fish, you would all notice that sort of the fight, like, both relaxes and gets excited at the sight of an animal. Noticing that things are getting darker, Salvador's eyes start to glow red as I use my Eyes of the Beast.
Ari's eyes will glow a similar red.
So with the Oblivion sight,
Yep.
do I still run? I still roll the what's
Oh, you don't have Oblivion sight, do you?
Who?
You.
No. That's why I have eyes
Excellent.
of the beast.
Excellent. So it's funny. The Bruja's eyes go
Black.
and shadowy, and your eyes go, feral looking. Katura, you're muted.
I'm just standing there.
Are you not getting in the water? Are you just watching everybody else go into
No,
this?
I'm getting in the water. I just don't have creepy eye shit. So
Okay. Is
I'm just
someone
gonna hold on to Serenity's belt.
swimming and holding hand sort of thing? Like how are you guiding Katura?
I could also gesture before it gets too dark if you would like to either hold on to me or as you said, you're going to hold on to Serenity.
Yeah, I think at some
maybe
point,
please
connect you
reroll
to
that
Serenity.
because you're going to have a 3 dice penalty.
Off.
Everybody else can roll with their full dice pool. Actually, everybody with sight can take 2 dice.
Wits and awareness, you said?
Wits and awareness.
With a 2 bonus.
And then plus 2, you said?
Plus 2.
That's bad.
That's a terrible roll.
All of us.
I don't know where I'm at. Hold on. I see it.
With my 3 dice penalty, I still rolled the same as well as everyone else did.
Wow.
I'm rolling willpower reroll. Fuck that noise.
You're welcome to.
We are doing good, crew.
So 3 total?
That is 4.
4 total.
You
4
have
total.
4.
Is it successes is 2?
Yes.
On both of them. Okay.
So that's 4 total successes.
2 on here. Gotcha. My bad. 4.
And I'm also holding on to, I imagine that I have like a little leash for Paco as well, especially in this suit, since I don't think Paco can see.
Yeah. I think at some point, as it was getting darker, I would have.
Paco's
in the
a
suit.
Full suit.
Am I muted?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
As long as he can breathe, we're
Oh
fine.
my god.
Go ahead.
Okay. As it was getting darker, I would just grab onto somebody to lead, like, so I don't get lost.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'll just grab whoever's in front of me. I'm putting my hand like on your shoulder.
I would hold your hand if you'd allow me.
Yeah,
okay.
we can absolutely hold hands.
Cool.
Serenity, you're swimming along and you see something large in the water. Probably about 7-8 feet long. Wide as a grown person. You can't quite make it out exactly what it is from the distance, but you see it. You don't know if it sees you.
Yeah, I would alert the others. Big thing. Don't think you can see us yet. Not sure on that though.
You cannot talk.
Fuck. Then I would. Oh, you can't see me signal either. Fuck.
Well, a few of them can.
Well, I would signal like big thing.
My arm with her is just going like this. I have no idea why. I'm just like, what's happening?
I forgot we can't talk underwater.
Seeing
we don't need to breathe. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
If I were to look around based on that gesture, would I get any sense of what they're talking about?
Actually, you know what? Roll me. I want you to take a look at this thing. Roll me. I think for you, intelligence and animal kin. Yeah, I think that's the roll here. Doesn't take much. And that's really the number I was looking for.
Okay.
Once you didn't get 1 success, it would be bad. This is a large gator.
Ooh. Upon seeing this gator, I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the group and I also gesture with my hands. Hopefully they don't think I'm talking about baby shark. And
you don't know how often I hear that.
For those that are just who are doing audio only, I'm gesturing opening and closing with my hands towards the rest of the group. And I would also, just in case, I would like to bring out my feral weapons. So as I'm doing that, you see my nails just become these long claws to kind of like, I guess, also mimic the teeth on this crocodile. And I'm going to rouse for that.
I believe, yep, that calls for rouse.
And I am hungry.
Salvador, this is food. Take advantage.
And I hear that in my head, and I'm like, or as much as I can do without inhaling any water and drowning myself.
Can't drown.
and-
You're a
You can't
vampire.
drown. You can't breathe.
You don't breathe.
So
inhaling
Talk
any
into the
of
water.
this water.
you would have to vomit the water back up. That would be
Also-
a thing.
Also, again, to give context, Katura can't see any of this shit, so she's just like floating there, confused why we're not moving anymore.
Yep.
Like, get me the fuck out of here.
And so is it floating like towards us, away
No.
from us? Has it noticed us?
It is not noticed you yet.
So what I would try to do is I would take Katura's hand and try to spell out Gator. Bad news. In her hand. Because I've seen you.
I turn to like face where I think you are, and I give you a look that says, "So let's get the fuck out of here then. Like, why are we just standing
Because
here?"
I'd be
Yeah.
tracing it on her palm, like, you know, like at the bee. Like,
And I'd like to.
It's weird, but
try
I
and
got nothing else.
lead the group in a direction, like if there are any barriers or walls between us that could like provide a pathway and protection from this thing.
Okay. Since you're going to be leading, Salvador, roll me a Dex and Stealth, and we'll base the success on your lead here.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You want me to lead? Okay. Dex and stealth.
I rolled poorly, so you got a chance.
Okay. 4 successes.
And Salvador, you have enough knowledge of animals to know when is a good time to move.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you see an opening, you go. And you pull everybody along with you pretty much. And you're past the gator. And as you're swimming, you see an opening with light. Doesn't look like the light of nighttime, but maybe you're coming into another building, basement, door open, and you all start to notice it as well. Hard to tell how long you've been down here. You know, if you were a human, that you'd be dead pretty easily at this point. But yeah, you see an out.
I'll point it towards the other ones in case they haven't seen it, and let them go first. I will stay behind the group,
I'll go.
or encourage them to go first, and I will stay behind the group.
Yeah, I'll go first, or you can go. Oh, doesn't matter. I'll go first.
Okay. Once you come up, Serenity, you find yourself in what looks like an empty bank. And it looks something like you'd see in, you know, it's dusty. Windows are busted out. It looks like somebody really went through to run over this place. And as you look around on the doors, you see the resistance is real. like spray paint it across anything that's not a window or an LED screen or a hollow screen, as they have here. And the Zuck cannot rule forever. That's what you notice when you come up into the building. Serenity. No people, though. Salvador, as everyone else is shuffling in, what are you doing?
As soon as I've noticed that folks are getting out, I would like to get a bead on how far this crocodile or this gator is. I am very hungry, and I'm feeling, I already have these illusions of grandeur, and I'm feeling overconfident and excited at the sight of these animals. And so I would like to try and see if I can pull something off and see how chaotic and ridiculous this becomes if it goes terribly wrong.
You want to feed on the alligator?
Possibly, with the aid of my animal dominion power to get fish to try and help distract it. And like, I don't know if they're like, I don't know, any piranhas around since I saw fish, but any kind of creatures around in this water that can help like corner or distract it while I go in for the kill.
Okay. What power do you have that would help with this?
Animal dominion would help me. It's 2 rouse checks, but it would allow me to summon animals that are already present.
Sure.
To help me with a specific task.
Absolutely. So you're basically using, the fish and stuff down here to distract the gator so you can wrangle it and take a bite.
Yep.
Okay. I like this a lot.
So let me do these 2 rouse checks because I'm already at 3. So if I get to 5, I get to 5, but I'm about to feed anyway. So let's see what happens. Here's number 1. Oof. Hungrier. Rouse number 2. Oh my gosh. Do I need to do a frenzy check or something?
I would like a frenzy check.
Okay, so boy.
Why did you tempt fate?
Because fate is fun. So do I just click the frenzy button?
Mistress.
Just click the frenzy button.
Modifiers, none.
No modifiers.
Difficulty. It's asking for a difficulty.
Difficulty is 3.
I got 3.
Woo! So you didn't lose it.
Okay.
But you were close, and you feel your beast telling you, if you don't eat this, you're going to eat one of these. Your companions, the first thing you see, it doesn't matter. You got to eat now. And you said animal dominion. That is
charisma and animal, I think. Animal can.
Yes.
Charisma and animalism.
Yep.
And the difficulty depends on the nature of the animals and the order I've given. So it's basically distraction and like helping restrain, like corralling.
And distraction would be fairly easy. We're looking for 2 to get some of these fishes because they don't have large brains.
Oops.
Not that one. Don't need another one of those right now.
Charisma and
How do I show up animalism? Just pick the number of your dice for your modifier.
And modifier?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. 4 successes.
Excellent. So these fishes under here, it's like Aquaman. Honestly, this is really wild. You see these fishes sort of like swarm to you like a school, but it's such a weird mixture of fishes that should never happen this way. But they look at you and you basically give an order mentally for them to go and do their thing. And they go, and it's basically like a bunch of fish just swarming this alligator, and the alligator is like swishing aside, biting at some of these fish, and it is completely unaware of you. So you're going to have to.
What do I need to do?
How do you want to approach?
Having seen that the fish are swirling around it, and basically I'm picturing they're creating like a bubble of fish, like a sphere of like cage of fish around this thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going straight for it. I'm at, hunger 5. I'm just going straight in for the kill. I have my claws out, baring my teeth, and just going straight in.
Strength and brawl.
And I'm gonna shove one of my fists and full of claws into its belly, and another one into the underside of its mouth. And I'm just gonna go straight into like the belly chest area.
Okay. Yeah, give me a strength and brawl. We're gonna see how well you do against.
Let me check what does feral weapons do for me here.
Feral weapons do. That is potent, yes.
Protean.
Protean, thank you.
All right.
Meanwhile, we're all on the surface wondering why the fuck Salvador's taking sweet time coming out of the goddamn water.
Yep. So it's more. I think it's more of like a. I think it's more of a protection thing for me and damage to that. Oh wait, no, it's not protection for me. It's just damage for them. So strength and brawl, no dice bonus, right? Or is it +2 dice bonus?
This does not offer a dice bonus. You just get 2 to damage.
Okay, cool. So if this difficulty is more than 1, I'm going to fail because I only have 1 dot in strength and nothing in brawl. And I can't rouse any further.
Offer you a different option. You can take this as you want to. If you have anything that basically you can try to if you have any mental powers, dominate or anything like that, you could try that. You could try
I do have compel, mesmerize, and then I have awe.
I will allow you to try to compel it and then take your moment.
I have quell the beast, but that's usually for kind and kindred.
I don't think quell the beast would be fitting here.
But it's also like, vampires more often than not feed on humans. I could use it to feed on an animal. Just trying to negotiate here because I realize my stats suck for this right now.
Roll me charisma animal cat.
Oh.
I will give you that. We're looking for 4 successes.
I'm going to willpower that if I can.
Yep.
So I just click the willpower reroll. That's it?
Yes.
I'm going to re-roll.
Basically, all your black dice are failures. So, excellent. Okay. So while this thing is distracted, you kind of lock eyes with it, and you really do some Aquaman shit. You basically just get back around it, mount on top of it, and it's still fighting at these fish, and you bite down. And you realize it's really hard to bite through alligator skin, but you toughen it out. And the taste of this gross water and alligator sort of get into you, but you do feed. Are you planning on trying to slake all of your hunger on this thing?
Ooh.
It's not going to take you down to 0. Only
as much as I can, yes.
Yeah, so you can.
Because I know it's a pretty big animal, big creature.
Yeah, if you kill it, you can take yourself down to 1.
Great. Bye, buddy. Thanks for your service.
If any of y'all had saw this, y'all would have thought this was like a circus act. Honestly, it was the weirdest thing, but no one saw it, which makes it all the sadder that this just happened, Salvador. Except Paco, and Paco was just looking at this whole scene, Like, what the fuck is going on?
And I'll
He had
communicate to
blood
Paco
packs, but okay.
telepathically. We'll just be like, I mean, whatever. You never see me do it underwater, but there's a first for everything. And there's a reason I waited for everyone to be away and not see this. And I really need to work on these physical traits. But then I will, wipe my mouth and make my way back up as if nothing happened. Maybe with a little perk and bounce in my step.
What took you so long?
The fuck? Did you find like a Goonies map or something?
Oh, just
Time to
treated
do the
myself
shuffle,
a little
shuffle.
bit while I was here.
I just look at Ari, I just turn to Ari and whisper like, "He's the weirdest one ever."
And so you see all this.
We're not going to have to worry about that crocodile on our way back, or that gator on the way back.
Ooh, how do you feel?
I feel great. I am. It's just nice to have a little snack.
Right, but do the nanos go into animals too?
Yeah, that would have been a big problem, and you would have gone up like a small sun, and that would have been the end of it. So they may or may not work on cold-blooded creatures, or they don't go through the water. I'm not sure which, but you got very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this. I mean, I don't feed the same way that I think the rest of you do, so I assume there was a great chance that I would be okay, but I was pretty hungry, so I decided I needed to take my chance and give you some
we have blood
data.
packs in our bags.
Not a few.
Yeah.
Fair.
Not a lot.
7 days worth, but
and as you all get into this building, you don't have to roll anything for this. You notice all of the graffiti up here about the resistance, blah blah blah. But there's one thing that stands out as odd to you. There is a symbol that looks very much like the symbol of the Venture.
Is it
scepter
similar?
And the dagger crossing over.
Yeah, it's similar to the one we saw in the Union building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it in a specific location?
It is actually like behind a counter as you're just like looking in this place. And then there's an arrow. It looks like it leads outside. The arrow points outside. That's under it.
Okay, I'll just like go poke my head outside to see if I can see anything.
Don't see any people. Just buildings that have been knocked over, a couple of empty cars, some ads going off about virtual outfits you can wear when you're in the metaverse and how you can get them fabricated with a 3D printer at a shop not too far from here.
Maybe Kane should just destroy this whole fucking place. She mutters to herself as she sees this fucking ad. But I don't see do I see any more arrows or anything?
Roll me a wits and awareness. You do. You're sort of distracted by this ad for a little bit. But you realize under the little, so it's like a glass window almost that this thing is on. And in the bottom left corner of the thing, you see another arrow. And it's made to sort of blend in, so not everybody would notice it there, but you do. Because you were looking for, you saw one before and you noticed the arrow. And this one points to your southwest.
Okay. I will call the others over and show them what I'm seeing, point it out to them. And I mean, this is the only real lead we had, unless we wanted to check out the bank some more, but I say just follow the breadcrumbs.
Yep.
While Katura was out, I'd probably just do like a real quick once over of the room.
Give me the same roll. And Salvador and Serenity, what are y'all doing? Messy crit.
I'm probably just tailing behind Ari in case something decides to pop out. Not actually looking around. I'll let Ari do that, but I'm just keeping an eye. The only thing I'm keeping an eye for is like if suddenly something jumps, I'm going to dexterity my shit in the way there.
Ari, can you roll me a d10, by the way? And go ahead. What were you saying, Juice?
Oh, Salvador is not going to take the scan around. Is kind of just going to stand and wait to see if there's any reaction to what she just consumed, basically.
Did I fuck up? Just standing there like, did I mess up?
Frenzies will, not exactly in the right mindset. So now I'm like, am I having buyer's remorse?
Is this an NI oop moment?
Okay. Salvador, you feel like maybe you need to puke a little bit, but not because anything was wrong with the blood, but because you probably took in too much water with it.
Yeah. I cough up some of that water that I inhaled as I was growling and snarling, and maybe some of it's a little bit bloody. So,
but outside of that,
a little woozy.
It's fine. It wasn't as filling as like drinking from a person, but you're all right.
Cool.
I mean, hey, you're alive.
Actually, I do have a question. So, with my animal succulents, I slake one additional hunger by feeding off of an animal. Would that have brought me down to 0 then?
No, you can't go down to 0 without the kill of a human is the only way to go down to 0. Or another vampire. Suck one of them dry, you'll go down to 0 as well. But animals won't do it. Anyway, I sent you a thing, Liz. You have a bit of a compulsion, so keep that in mind. So are y'all following these arrows? Are y'all following Katura?
Yep.
I'm like wringing my hair out as we're going because like
same.
Having long braids but also fucking wet is a nightmare.
You kind of smell gross. That water was not good.
That was just, I expected that. I just stopped breathing. I'm not smelling this.
Fair enough. And you're walking around and you see a few humans walking around, slightly augmented, but as soon as they see y'all and y'all weird pack and this bird that is in basically a spacesuit, people give y'all a wide berth. They are very intentionally avoiding you. And when they see you wave, Salvador, they run.
I'm waving with these long clawed hands.
Yeah, they really don't like
Tara's looking straight up mean, which is like very rare for her, but she's not in a great mood.
Prince, the only thing I found down there was the compulsion.
That's the only thing you found.
Damn. Freaking critical success.
Oh, no. One more thing. You found money. The money is NFTs? Weird. It is not. So you went into a bank. You were expecting, to see, bills or something like that. But it is all these sort of lightweight coin. They're like chips almost. They're light, super light. and they have faces of various tech leaders. You have your Gates, you have your Jobs,
Just
you
cursed
have
just cursed pogs is what we have for money
cursed
now.
pogs. Yes, basically cursed pogs. That is an excellent way to put it. But they look like they have like little microchips in them, basically to track like if they were spent or something like that. But
I'll
you
leave
can
these alone.
easily tell that this is currency. It has denominations on them and such.
We have enough white men on our money back in the present.
I'll leave them alone just because I don't know how tracked they are, and I don't need to be spending money that last known location was in the bank.
Yeah, literally the ad trackers are built-in currency now.
Cool. So you follow the streets, cross back over Market Street, and you get towards 30th Street, and you see the Schuylkill River is well flooded. Like, where you're used to having it, it is way beyond that. Basically, everything on the highway that was down there before is all underwater. You can't walk down there. There's some stairs. If you walk down the stairs, you basically go for a swim. However, as you're crossing over this way, one of the buildings next to you has another one of those arrows on it. And you see something that says, "This way to the farm."
This is probably what Abraham was talking about.
Yeah, didn't he mention that we had to see it to understand or something like that?
Something like that.
Wouldn't share much detail about it. But this is where Jason or the prince sent us, or where the prince would be hiding out.
No, the prince is trying to take care of not the Leviathan. Oh my god,
The farm is literally the only humans they could probably eat.
Yeah, this is the only
Okay, that's
restaurant.
What it was. Yeah.
Okay.
As we're heading that way.
Cool. So you head into this building. And immediately once you walk in, you see 2 guards standing on the inside and say, "Hold up. Human or vampire?"
Can I just flash my fangs at him? I'm tired. Salvador flashes his Manny.
Which I got to offer for Trey.
I'll like pick a little bit of gator meat out of my teeth with my long claw.
And I think this is an excellent time for Andy to show up. And Andy, you walk down these stairs as you see the guards here. And you see this crew. You were warned about them by Abraham. You were sent a message that they might be coming. If they survived, essentially. You know who they are, but they don't know who you are.
I love that even 500 years in the future, our coterie still gets and eye roll.
We have a reputation.
That is the legacy I want.
I'll turn back to the group and be like, "Is this? I guess your reputation precedes you."
I'll go up to the guard. I'll just go up and be like, "They're with me."
You sure?
Abraham's word.
Abraham tripping. He letting just anybody in here nowadays.
Listen, it's complicated.
All right, y'all can go.
Follow me.
I follow.
And you lead them back up into this building. across a bridge. It's actually a really long walk. Y'all are like, how are these buildings connected? And then y'all realize those wires that y'all saw in the buildings last time, some of them are inert and they don't have anything running through them. So they've started to be used as bridges between various buildings. And it basically leads you back towards the center of the city and back down. And you end up in a large open cave-like structure. First thing you notice is it's warmer here than a lot of places and kind of damp. And if you are smelling anything, you notice the smell of vegetables, trees. How? And the other smell you notice is people. Smell of people all together in one place. It almost smells like you've ever been to a large crowd at a college football game.
So as we're walking, I'll just kind of introduce myself. Andy.
Serenity.
Abraham told me y'all were coming.
I figured from the eye roll.
So what did he tell you, and what did he leave to me to have to do?
Water's not poisonous anymore. Future is
Air's-
fucked.
Air's not poisonous anymore. Don't need a hazmat suit. Everything fucking sucks. Don't go out when it rains. The farm is where the only place to feed. Our friend is dead. I think that just about covers it.
And
Hi,
that
I'm
we might not have a
Katura.
chance of getting back.
Oh yes,
Well-
that. How could I possibly fucking forget?
I know your names, but he told me. Well, he got most of it. The farm is complicated.
What isn't complicated? Here or even in the past, well, your past.
Not much, but did he tell you like the actual background of what happened?
Metaverse.
Climate change, Kane.
Zuckerberg's consciousness stored somewhere.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Technocracy bullshit.
Yeah.
Which we're technically sent to come, fix that, by the way.
Good fucking luck with that. I hope some of y'all are good with computers.
Yeah, the one person we know who's good with computers didn't answer the fucking phone.
Just as all of them have the look of, wait, you have to deal with computers, Andy's face just drops even further.
I know how to use a laptop. Does it? That one short circuits everything normally.
I prefer to read the paper.
I mean, if I could touch it, I might be able to use it, but
I can post a thirst trap, no problem.
That's not what we're talking
But
about.
if you need me to
that could be
code
helpful.
something, I can't do that.
All this happened when the AI got a virus. Shit
that?
hit the fan in 5 million different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, y'all don't have to worry about the masquerade shit here. It's
Yes, we've been told that as well.
gone. It's
The nanites still a thing. That thing that made go.
Kind of
Probably
figured that as
hard
soon
to-
as some
Yeah.
of my people got devoured within seconds of us getting
also,
here.
I think it's hard
Yeah.
to keep a masquerade where there's a giant fuck all vampire destroying shit. Kind of breaks a lot of things.
well, also Meta figured that shit out. then
Katura
it's hard to
gets
get anything off the
sinking-
internet.
Katura gets a sinking feeling in her fucking stomach.
All your data are belong to me.
No, not just that, but like,
I know.
yeah.
Where we left off in present day.
But
Just Lisa Simpson staring into the dinner plate meme.
come on, let's just get this over with, because y'all are gonna need some time to process. And I'm gonna just the rest of the way just kind of silently walk toward the farm.
And so, as she takes y'all through the tunnels and such, you see that there's places that people are obviously living in here. But once you get to the center, I suppose, it is essentially a city. But the odd part about this city is that it is gated. And there's guards everywhere. And you are able to quickly tell that the guards are not human. There are humans here, but the guards are not. And you notice that there are lots of people that are pregnant or have children here. Then it sort of dawns on you what this place is when they say a farm.
It's every
No,
organization Serenity expected.
No, this is exactly what I figured it was going to be when he
Yeah,
said
fair.
farm.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally,
that was
Katura is like not surprised because this is exactly what she assumed.
human farm. What were you expecting? To
This is actually much better than I was expecting.
be fair, they don't look like they're like horribly mistreating them yet.
Yet.
I said yet for a reason.
And
Free range. Good to know.
and all this talk about farms and Salvador is just
Disappointed there's no chickens.
shaking her head and rolling her eyes and just, this is no farm, but it's cute that you call it that.
What,
I
you
didn't
mad there's
pick
no
the
there,
name.
you're mad there's no goats?
Goats would be nice, but
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we can find you a chicken.
There is livestock here.
very,
They're actually,
very
you
funny.
actually do notice, Salvador, without another check, that there are animals here. Like there are chickens, there are goats, cows, people have dogs, pets, stuff like that.
It is, they need real food.
It's about as
And-
humane as they can make it.
Yes, but a farm is intended to sustain those who own the land and to provide crops and a way of life and living
I think
for those that benefit from it. So
yeah.
it's not
I-
usually
Have you
the
seen
people
the
that work
earth?
on the farm.
I think this is the closest thing you get to that in this reality.
Oh, I know. I just think it's
I also
cute
find it
that
really
they
funny you're
still
preaching
call it
about
a
that when
farm.
you just brought a bunch of people to die. But anyway.
And
Wait, what?
Don't ask.
Long
No.
story.
I'm gonna comment on this. I don't appreciate
You can
that.
comment, not her. Or
I'm commenting right now on this farm.
oh.
The people that I brought with me are people that have been with me for the long haul and have been preparing for a significant moment in their lives that they did not know what exactly it would be, but
Right, 'cause
were well
you're a cult
aware
leader.
of what they would be coming into. Yes. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I just find it funny.
Very well. Let's continue. If we're going to be doing
You
this
get
together,
very
we need to
defensive
be on
very
the same
quickly.
page.
and y'all see a woman walk up, and she's wearing a old beat up looking black leather coat art leather jacket, dark pants that look like jeans, but again, it has this weird material that y'all are getting used to here. She's wearing gloves. She has long black hair. Y'all have seen her before. This is Portia. And she goes, "Oh, aren't we spicy? Is that who I think it is?"
What does Portia look like?
I can post
Hot,
an image of Portia.
white, long, dark hair, hot.
White, hot, hot,
Great.
very
As
hot.
soon as she, as soon as
Which is something I don't often say, but hot.
as soon as I hear her say spicy, Salvador's head just turns, just squints, looks at Serenity and says, "This isn't over," and just turns and glares at Portia and says, "Who are you?"
And Andy, you know that Portia is one of the leaders here. She is basically second in command to Jackson. At least that's what everyone has been told to believe. You know a little bit better. She basically runs things. Jackson's just the face.
Portia.
Andy, how are you?
Doing as well as I can.
I see you're escorting around the shit show. Are they still as bad as they used to be?
Let's give him time. Let's give him time to find out.
I suspect y'all remember me. I mean, it's probably not been that long for you.
Yep.
I think
That's
you may have
Portia,
told me
by
that.
the way.
Do I know something about Portia? I think you may have told me that I know something about Portia.
I think all of you might know at this point.
There's a
Jackson
Methuselah.
told you that she's a
Methuselah.
Methuselah.
Not that. I'll message you.
I
Oh,
think
but-
she wasn't she seen talking to Q or something like that? Or am I making that
No,
up?
that was,
That was
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
No, that was Annabelle.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
And she's like, "Yes, you do know that.
So she smells familiar to me somehow.
Yes." Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Portia looks at Andy and is like, "How do you feel about getting your hands dirty?"
In what way?
I have something that I think y'all could do, accomplish, if you will, and maybe help out the farm. We're trying to make things more sustainable.
Cut the bullshit. Tell me what the fuck you want.
I didn't even use majesty yet. Y'all should. All right, fine. Listen. Jackson's gone. Don't know where he is. Doesn't really fucking matter. He goes out on his own missions when he wants to. However, y'all ran into the cannibals yet?
We have experienced them, yeah.
Yeah.
Gave them a pretty good meal, actually. No offense, Salvatore.
Snarl.
Word is from a few of our Nosferatu friends that they have an off switch.
Which is
One long claw.
right. I think we're all just impatient.
The off
Hey,
switch
do you want
part
what-
isn't obvious.
Is it ripping out their hearts?
They're
their
new
skin?
here.
Everyone has implants now. These here, they don't. We birthed them, bred them.
Yes, that's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Captain Obvious doesn't seem to understand how computer viruses work either, do you?
Captain Obvious just fucking got here 3 hours ago. Get to the fucking point, please.
Oh. You know, y'all are due for a little bit of respect, I think. What do you think, Andy? Lesson of respect?
Portia. I don't have time for this. You don't have time for this.
Oh, but
Apparently, we have
I
nothing but
do.
time now.
Yeah.
And I need you all to make me intelligence and resolve roll.
What is this exactly? I'm asking for a reason.
Oh, she's basically trying to dominate you.
Okay,
Oh.
then I can
Intelligence
use...
and resolve, you said?
Intelligence and resolve.
I think I have something
No
that I can use for
modifiers.
this.
Unswayable mind.
I also have unstable mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all took it.
Take
Yeah,
your bonuses
mhm.
that you
I don't
get
know
with
how
it.
much is gonna help.
I'm gonna have to
You said
re-roll it
intelligence
then.
and resolve.
Yep.
I have only played vampire once.
Oh, she is not using it on you, Andy.
10s. Oh, great.
This is not for you.
Oh,
Right.
Do you want me to just re-roll it then?
No. She gonna try that shit on me.
What are you doing?
Trying to add the
You
Do I
just
have
use
to
as a modifier.
whatever
put
your-
3.
right, but I rolled it on accident without. So do you want me to re-roll it?
Reroll it. Yeah, reroll it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do some willpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna expend willpower.
Hey, actually, you know what? Before I spend it,
Hey,
hey
Oops,
Prince.
what did I do? Oh,
Yes.
If I have a bestial failure, will rolling willpower get rid of that, or is that stuck even if I do?
A bestial failure would only really matter here is if you were not if you were going up against a set DC sort of thing. So you're fine. You don't have to worry about the bestial failure.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, the last thing I need, given the compulsion you've given me right now, is...
I didn't give you that. That's what you rolled. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. All right, so what do we roll? We got...
I got a 1.
6
I got
successes
shit.
for me.
6.
I got 7.
Did you
3.
roll one or...
I re-rolled and got 1 more.
Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh. Unfortunately, she rolled an 8. And the only thing she tells you all is to shut up and kneel. And y'all cannot resist this. Even Paco does a little bird kneel. Tail goes up in the air. And he just bows down. All of you bow.
We kneel.
Yeah, you kneel. And she goes, it's not so hard.
Portia, knock it off.
And she stops.
Yeah, I like struggle. I try. Hate being down there. Don't have to like it, but I follow it.
Don't have a choice. But there's hate in my eyes.
She knows it.
Serena just waits for it to be over. She's kind of not even phased by it.
It doesn't last long. As soon as Andy says stop, she sort of shrugs. It's like, fine. I don't really like doing that much anymore. It used to be fun, but now it's just like, gotta do it again because somebody decided they weren't going to listen.
Would you have details for this thing you wanted us to do, or was that?
You need to break into a building.
Mm-hmm.
Follow some of the wires. I have a team already on making a space for you and a distraction. You have to get in and hit the power button, essentially. Yes, Andy?
This is just as me, would I know that hitting the power button is like more complicated than just hitting a button?
Absolutely, you would.
Yeah, Andy's gonna look at Portia and say, "They're not tech savvy."
Can they
No,
fight?
Milo.
Can y'all fight?
I believe you already know the answer to this, but yes.
Yeah, you say that now, but you'd be surprised how fast the machine can go through your body. And
Yeah, that's a fair point. Everything is relative for me at this point, so I will take your word for it on that.
and she looks over at you, Ari. You could do some damage, I think. Yeah, you might be the key. Use that one, Andy. That'll be useful. And you look at her. She just pointed out a Lasombra. And y'all are going on a tech mission. And Lasombra can't use tech.
Uh-huh.
They can sure fuck it up.
I believe is what she wants at this point. Granted, I don't know how that would work with future tech, but
Katura's trying not to lose her fucking because she's like, why the like in her head, she's like, this is not why the fuck we're fucking here, okay? And we're not like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay. Does this need to happen now, or can we give them a second to, from the looks of them, I don't think they've had a moment to sit or not
yeah. Y'all
have
can
a
get
moment to process.
Well, I'm sure y'all are all messed up on your day sleep because time cycles here are a little bit different. Thank the Zuck for that.
Trust me, that feeling never goes away.
Like
Yeah.
Katura, Ari, and Salvador are like, when is this gonna be fucking over? This
Anyway,
interaction.
yes, y'all can eat. Make use of facilities. We have space for visitors. Then,
I'll take them to somewhere to bed down for a little bit. See you around. And I'm
you
just
don't
gonna
have to be nice to them.
I'm just start walking away.
And she just stands there looking at y'all.
I walk away. I walk
yeah.
away.
We're walking
she's
away.
not-
We're
Oh,
not
she-
gonna-
she's-
she can
she's not
watch my
following. She just
she
looked
can
at
watch
you.
my ass as I walk away.
I'm following Andy.
I did a lot of walking. My legs are looking great.
Even Paco is like,
Fuck this
feathers
bitch.
up, and then just strolls out, head up.
Literally flipping the bird.
Well, she's as lovely as ever.
Yep. You'd think she'd get
No.
I was gonna say
they
no.
never do.
No.
So you have history with this Portia.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
We know we're in present day.
Question. When is present day for y'all?
2021.
yeah.
Cool. So like
Time travel fucks us a lot.
yeah.
But I assume probably the start of all this bullshit.
We thought
Meta
we
was
would be
in-
arriving in
Yeah.
2400.
Yeah.
Little
Yes.
off your timeline there.
Yeah. Well, can't really account for magic, can you?
Nope.
No, you cannot. That's why I do not fuck with that shit.
I saw some of the signage when we emerged around these parts. Is this some sort of, or are you with some form of resistance to what's going on?
Yes, no, it's complicated. Like everything.
Is the resistance just a way to get humans to come through so you can breed them?
No. it
Okay,
is not.
great.
hold on one sec. I'm just gonna really quickly message Prince to make sure the information that I got is the right thing,
Sure.
because there's a lot of information.
Yeah. And you're free to ask too. Like,
Could
whatever.
we,
If I had
before
yes.
we get all this information, I would love to just shower and have a meal and maybe punch something.
Punching something usually helps.
Yeah, we can do that for you. Yeah,
Thanks.
just Amir, just checking that to make sure that's the resistance thing. Because you gave me a lot of information and
Yes.
it only got, yes, that is.
He was acknowledging that he
Or
gave you
you
a lot of
clarifying.
information.
I'm reading this. Yes, I was acknowledging that I gave you a lot of information. That's correct, but yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Hey,
I only
Rather,
wrote some.
you're fine.
you're fine.
I finally started taking notes during our campaigns again because I can't remember half the shit that goes through.
I should do that.
I took as many notes as I
tried
could.
pretty
There was
detailed
still
notes
so
for
much.
everybody.
Prince, you're messaging me.
Oh,
Whoopsie.
that-
You
didn't
saw
give-
nothing.
You
I don't
didn't
know why I
give me
went there.
much, but
yeah, I didn't give you much. But thank you.
And it's all things we're about to hear anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, folks, but
You're fine.
you'll
You know, we made it
So,
early
while-
on.
right.
Yeah, so while
that.
okay, cool. I was gonna try and like
Uh,
vamp and like fill in some of the
No, you're
space at
good.
time.
Morden said hello.
He is not going to stop because I've kicked him off my lot like 6 times.
Yeah,
No,
I
Father.
imagine.
I will
I
love you
imagine. I imagine y'all need a second before you process even more information. So yes, let's get you. And I'll lead you to what I assume is like kind of like a college dorm room. That is what I imagine it is. You know, you got some beds, you got a kind of crappy, little bathroom.
I
Is
mean,
there hot water?
yes, you would have a
You're
lot
doing
of
bullshit
the
right
modern amenities because the way the tech is ran through the city, it is everywhere, including underground. And they have basically spliced internet, everything you'd need down into these tunnels. There are some very smart Tremere and Nosferatu making this work.
Have a shower, have a meal. If you want to punch something, we got a gym. Sure, you can find something to punch down there. But I don't know how y'all feed, but you got your pick.
All of the people here basically know you're vampires, and if they're on a rotation, essentially, of who can be fed from.
Do I just call down for room service, or is there a cafeteria? Like,
You just go looking.
do I
If
just
they
summon somebody to just say, you come here and I feed off of them?
If they have a blue band, you can eat. If they have a red band, you cannot.
Pretty simple rules.
So starting to hear all of this, Salvador kind of looks over at Serenity, thinking back on the interaction that they had before, and kind of slightly slumps a bit, thinking like she may have had a point, and is starting to kind of observe and take notes and recognize some of the similarities between what I was doing with my workshop and what's kind of happening here, and maybe taking notes if we ever do make our way back.
God, this is
just
probably
kind
where
of
they got the fucking idea.
Observing
Fuck.
our surroundings.
Annabelle
and
was lurking around.
their structure and their organization and all of that.
Are the showers also like dorm style where there's like just multiple stalls?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll
I got
shower
a visual in my
regardless.
head. No, I just wanted to get a visual in my head. I was like,
No,
is
you're
Katura,
good.
is this a single shower where Katura's locking herself in it for 3 minutes, just have for 3 hours rather than have a moment to her fucking self, or what?
Liz, roll me what's it? Int and medicine.
So what did I do with my character sheet? There it is.
Also, I'm sorry, I switched away from the roller.
It's fine because I'm super slow.
The stream would have saw just basically nothing.
5.
Excellent. Liz, one of the things you notice, or Ari, is that while this place doesn't have a lot of modified individuals, there are some down here. And if they've been here since birth, someone has to be doing the modifications here.
Oh boy.
Oh no, Dr. Brain turned on.
Ari Frankenstein
Hamana.
coming through.
This would be something you would notice because you've been paying attention to this, for science.
For science, I will. We need to find you a science bro. Honestly, it's not Mel.
I would say also, y'all would probably notice that while Andy is like giving you kind of like the normal, like exasperated look, there is just a touch of like annoyance / like anger.
What does Andy look like?
This is true.
We didn't do a description of Andy. I just thought about this.
For those of you that saw the Greater Restoration show, Andy looks different now.
I just saw your clan. I'm so excited.
I
played a Shamir in another game. Anyway.
Kind of like leather coat, black leather coat, kind of like an all black apparel, very blunt bob. Kind of looks like she has like some 3-day-old makeup on her face. You can see some very dark circles under her eyes. Obviously vampire don't age, but this is an Andy who times are very different.
Some shit.
Seeing some shit.
Question about the look that you're giving. Is it specifically directed towards us, or is it just a general annoyance?
No,
anger?
directed towards y'all.
Here's the thing. I genuinely think we see it so often, it does not register anymore. At least for Ari. She's like, oh, look.
That's right. No,
somebody else mad at
like
me.
Just
woo.
Journey would probably notice and be like, sorry, gotta deal with our asses.
I'm not, because you know what? That's not our problem. We didn't ask you to be here. Thank you for escorting us, though, and for assisting. Sorry that you were put on babysitter duty, apparently, but I noticed that you keep giving us a specific look. Maybe that should be directed towards the person who put you on this job to begin with.
Not about that.
What is it about?
Then explain, because you actually don't know us.
This is true. That blew up warehouse that you bought? And she kind of nods her head at Katura.
Yes.
And she kind of has this moment of realization of like, right, they know nothing.
Is this a land dispute?
No. The Sabat ended up taking over that place, and
yeah, not sure how that's my fault. I just bought that like a week ago.
I understand. So remember, it's been a lot longer for me. So I'm trying to remember that, because while I recognize that Y'all had some ripple effects. Life is very different when you haven't been around. So,
Right. And I understand that. But again, I would ask you to direct that anger towards the person who deserves it.
Do you give her the full rundown of what happened at this place?
yes, I do. You gave me not as much information. I did not write down as much information, so I do not.
Basically,
I just said experiment.
yeah, basically that warehouse slash parking lot near where Dracula was staying, that whole place got taken over by the Sabbat, and there was some pretty weird science experiments that went on down there. Many of them inspired some of the stuff that happened with Meta. But basically, they were doing some high level flesh crafting with metallurgy. And that's where they
Great.
got some of the first cyborgs. And
I
that's...
can't wait to go back and charge them rent. Since they're on my property.
But they ended up going on a rampage and killing a bunch of people.
Yeah. Let's hope we can get you back there and they never get control of it at all.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
So, all right. Do we want to shoot forward through y'all?
No, let's have a long
food?
shower sequence really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One second.
Whom are you? Are you messaging me? Whomst is receiving a message.
I'm messaging you because that's an important part of that. And I did tell you this.
Oh,
part.
yes. I would have told them that. I don't listen. You gave me a lot of
That's
information.
fine.
That's the thing.
You can go ahead and share that. I won't spoil this moment for you.
Okay. I mean, if I want to be angry at someone, be a little bit angry at her. And I will just look over at Ari.
For what this time? The list is very long.
That was your Sabbat
for
group.
why people are angry at Ari. So be specific, please.
That was your Sabbat group. That wasn't.
Wait,
Ari joined the Sabbat?
what are you talking about?
Again, 2021. Or was it her Grant's tired doing stupid shit?
You let that.
Oh,
became
you
a
know
leader
what?
in the Sabbat.
Honestly, no
You were
offense,
the-
Ari.
Not
that
surprising.
sounds about right.
That's not
You were
surprising at all.
basically, Hephaestus.
That sounds about right.
Flesh crafting.
I hate that. It's a thing, Salvador. That's a very long thing.
So
Fair. I'm not there yet, and I'm very curious what leads to that. 'Cause
like I
have
said,
a couple of ideas
That's-
on what would make me do that.
Yeah, you
I
know
don't think
what?
that's helping.
I have seen you eyeing some cybernetic shit.
Well,
Sounds
yeah,
about right.
I'm curious. I don't have Spotify anymore. And if I can get that shit implanted and it would work, then yeah, I'm very curious about how to make it fucking work.
Is
Oh,
Ari
that's
the
just
vampire
long gone.
Zuckerberg?
No, I mean, yes, I know it's long
Interesting.
gone now, but if I can get fucking the technology
tech
to work for La Sombra, that's very fucking exciting.
I mean,
I'm sure this is
Hmm.
enduring you to Andy.
If I could pose an alternative here. Does Ari do those things in some sort of timeline? Sure. But consider who sent us here to see this technology in the first place. Again, we did not volunteer. We were basically voluntold to come here. So really, again, direct your shit at Prince Jackson and the cam fuckers.
Wait, time out. I thought we agreed to do this
we didn't
Jackson
necessarily
forced us.
have a choice. Like, what
No.
were we gonna fucking do?
The options were basically, we have a Methuselah, we have a portal.
Right, but Prince Jackson didn't enforce that. That was just the circumstance.
But then also we came here and found out he did not
Played
tell us the full truth. He played us.
So you
So,
say that like he's not a kindred.
but
Jackson
that's
hasn't done-
literally my point.
Jackson hasn't done shit in like a long ass time, so listen.
Oh, I'm sorry for alternate universes me. Using you for using whoever for experiments, specifically you if I use you for experiments. I'm sorry. It
Not me.
wasn't I mean, it was intentional, but it wasn't me intention. You know what?
It was not the you of right now.
I can think of one reason why I would willingly go to the Sabbat, and from the sounds of it, that reason no longer holds sway, which is good. So, that should hopefully, either that or I lose my mind, cancel a lot of it.
So, are y'all feeding and then taking a rest?
I'm still at 1 hunger.
Showering.
I'm just chilling.
Feeding.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna see if I can't get 2 dots.
Yeah, I'm trying
Just
to get 2 dots down.
Bouncing around like a little bumblebee, flower to flower.
You totally can. And, you know, if you ask someone, they willingly offer up. Like, this
Dope.
is for you, Katura.
Yeah, you're just pointing. I can't see
There,
what you're-
I'm just like, I'm thinking about this. There's some hesitation once people figure out what you are. Because when you feed, it is not
It
a pleasant
hurts.
experiment.
It's not.
Do you
I guess I could like.
do you tell anyone that you're a kata though?
I don't know if I like. Do they ask? Like, it's not something I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Katura. I'm
No-
Hikata."
no one asks.
You know what I mean? Like, it seems a little weird to just bring up.
Yeah, no one asks.
I guess I would. I wouldn't say I'm a Hikata, but I think based on like just the little that I saw of this place and how they are like how the people are treated, understanding that they're kind of farm animals, but they are kind of. I think I would let them know, since I can tell them it's gonna hurt.
Oh, and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, hold on. There's special ones for you."
Okay. Can you show me?
Yes, but make sure you're in the right state of mind.
What do you
Peace.
mean?
And they take you down some tunnels, and you see some of the guards in this one kind of tunnel. They're like, "We're taking them to the special place."
If I
I'm
would have
going to
heard
the
them,
sunken place, y'all. Just kidding.
if I would
Oh,
have
no.
heard, been around and heard something about being in the right state of mind, what could I make the connection of like frenzy being associated with that, like kind of not losing yourself in that?
I don't think so, because that's not where this is going.
Okay.
We wouldn't know what special place meant, period.
And Katura, as you get brought through these tunnels, you hear sounds of pain and pleasure at the same time.
Ah!
Okay. Good.
Hey!
I
at least
said I
they're
wanted to
like
take
it.
out my aggression in some way. Here we
Uh,
go.
And
Oh.
you quickly put together where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
needed when they said a special type of person for you.
Yeah. I needed
This is what
somebody
they
with
were
a,
talking
I
about.
needed somebody with a kink. Got it.
I
Mhm.
probably would have put that together too and realized, okay, I don't need to be there for that.
I think for Katura, like, she asked, like, what do you mean? Because it's like, am I in the right state of mind right now? No, I'm fucking angry and I want to like there's so much shit going on. Like, so
then
like
they would
that
like, oh,
literally
you're
would not
definitely
occur to her.
in the right place. Then they're
That it
definitely
was-
taking you to the right
She
place.
literally, it wouldn't occur to her that she was basically being taken to a kink basement at first until she like started hearing the noises because she's like, that's like literally there's so many layers to like make sure you're in the right state of mind. Like that could go so many different ways. But she's into it.
And the only thing you're asked is which position do you want to play? I need to take the headphones out after that one.
I as a player am no thoughts head empty right
I'm
now.
gonna give
But
you a
she would
minute.
give me Ivy. I'm not saying anything. Come back. I'm not saying anything.
Hides an ace.
Katura's dummy.
I am also
Hides
ace.
a
What
lonely
the
bitch.
fuck are you talking about? Listen,
Just
Katura knows what she likes, and she will inform the attendant of that, and she will go off and maybe be gone for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Who knows? She's gonna come back glowing and happy. In a better state than y'all last saw her.
And in a new outfit.
Yeah, and in a new outfit. Lots of leather.
I think at that point we should take a break. Making use of those
Magic.
content warnings tonight.
Magic.
Anyway, we're gonna take a short break, y'all. Gonna run an ad, do all that jazz, and we will see y'all in about 8 to 10 minutes. Cool. And let me push buttons. And be right back.
I will quickly say
I'm muted. Hello, everyone. We're back. Welcome back to Philly by Night, a Rolling These 20s BTM John. I am the Prince, the storyteller for this show, and we're getting right back into it. So, our vampires underground. Katura just found some people who would be less stressed about being bitten by a Hakata. We'll just leave it at that. And the rest of you have a little bit before the day sleep gets you. While it's weird, you still feel it coming soon. You don't know like the exact time of day outside, but it's creeping up on you. But you still got a few minutes to sort of eat and get yourself settled.
Andy, I saw some of the humans have cybernetics, I guess. Who's doing those?
Honestly, I don't pay attention to that, but
I have to go poke around.
yeah, I'm gonna go for a little bit. I think y'all need some time to yourself. And Andy's gonna wander off.
So that leaves Serenity, Salvador, and Ari.
Salvador would like to
and Paco
trail Andy. I guess watch Andy go off and maybe take a minute to then kind of follow up and approach within visual range and kind of give a visual cue that I'd like to talk, if that's all right.
Andy will turn around and go back up and say, yeah?
I'm really sorry to disturb. I know that having some alone time on a heavily populated farm like this can be hard to come by. But I also do want to take up some of that time from you. I know that you said that Abraham had warned you about our arrival and had told you about us. I'm a little curious to know a few things about where things are right now, maybe like where we are right now, what's been up in like South Philly these days. I used to have a shop out there. I've never met Abraham, so I don't know what Abraham might know about me. Maybe Abraham recognized me from like present day me or your present day me. I don't know. I kind of want to get the lowdown of like what might be going on in the sphere that I knew back then. I've only just recently met these folks.
All right. Okay. Abraham found out about y'all's little adventure, but it was kind of just like when time came and went and y'all weren't there, then I was kind of told keep an eye out, but not. I was like given your descriptions. Let's see. Good chunk of South Philly's underwater.
Where would I go? South Philly was underwater. Salvador's just muttering to herself, like, trying to figure out the passage of time and options and thoughts that don't seem to, and start saying out loud, well, some of these things don't add up. I'm not quite grasping. There must be something here that I'm not seeing.
What's troubling you? What is puzzling you? Because although you seem hungry for information, and I get that hunger for information, you seem to be searching for something specific.
A few things. I'm not sure what I might be able to glean out of this. I would, maybe after our rest, I might come back and want to learn a little bit more about this resistance that you said we should probably sleep on before approaching that. I'm also just kind of curious, when we were told about this, they were told that their coterie was dead. I wasn't in the coterie yet. So I'm curious if there's another version of me still out there. So that's
Talking
kind of
about
where this is coming
Delroy?
from. No, me.
Oh. Well,
That's why I don't, let's say, I literally just met them. So I
can do.
That's just what's on my mind.
Tell you what, I'll do some asking around. I can be discreet when I want to be, and I have my sway. So, but
that's all.
And you probably would have done this as you kind of like walked and talked, and eventually you realize you're kind of in a more human area of the farm. There are more humans about, and like we're getting looks in the sense of like, what are they just doing here out and about? But it's kind of, Annie seems to know where she's going.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do some asking, but from what I know, and I will admit that this is not my strong suit of academia, I wasn't really into the whole metaphysics, time travel, Schrodinger's cat type thing. But remember that y'all are here, so hopefully that this future doesn't happen. And as much good as I have in this future, I'd be happy to see a different one, even if current me doesn't exist. So.
Ooh, well, this got dark.
There's an Emily Dickinson line that somehow, after many, many years, sometimes rattles around in my head. Hope is the thing with feathers.
I look at Paco.
It's longer, but the idea is that kind of, it's weird, but in a way, y'all are some kind of hope. Because hopefully y'all can change a little bit of this. And you kind of stop outside of a door. This is my spot, but
thank you.
Get some rest. Don't give yourself a moment to not think. Because frankly, I haven't done what y'all did, but I can imagine that your brains are all kind of fried right now. And not in the cybernetics way.
Not yet, anyway.
Not this character.
Yes. Thank you. I will let you be. Sorry for taking up your time. If you happen to see a wolf prowling around, please don't, just pay it no mind.
All right, then.
And I'll make my way back.
And he's going to turn and knock on the door. And eventually I assume she hears some female voice call out saying, who's there, and she announces herself, and she goes in to be with a friend because Holy crap, this has been a long ass day.
Indeed.
Amir, you're
Serenity.
muted.
Indeed. Serenity.
I would probably just be poking about a little bit. I just look like I probably just do a quick like once over the place, take a shower, chill out. I'm still at 1 hunger miraculously after all of this. That might change when we wake up, obviously, because we're gonna have to do a route check. But
Yep.
for the mom, she's just sort of try. At this point, Serenity's been like, because Serenity kind of came in with the base level of like, I left my shit at home for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just like, yep, shit is weird.
So you're pretty chill
Okay.
about this whole situation.
If Serenity let this get to her too much, she would. Let me put it this way: if Serenity let half of this get to her as much of the other stuff, she would have walked out to the sun a long time ago. Like Serenity's had enough shit, and she's just like, "Bleh. If I gave into the impulse to eat myself, I would be gone by now."
Fair enough.
So she just chills out, takes a shower, goes to bed. Doesn't really talk to anybody. Doesn't
I
really
shower
talk to.
as well.
Excellent. Doctor Ari.
Ari looks around, realizes everybody's wandered off. I
mean,
guess
you're
I
more
have
welcome to hang out with
permission then.
Serenity.
Ari would jump in like the fastest shower just to get clean, and then would be making her way towards. She's like, I'm just gonna wander, see if I can't find an infirmary, medical quarters. Just starts wandering.
Do you ask anyone?
I probably would. I'd probably just wander and like see what's around for probably 10-20 minutes, and then eventually I'd just be like, hey, is there a infirmary, hospital, doctor?
Yep.
Point me that way, please. Or escort me, I don't care.
Yep. And they say it's a Dr. Ying, and they'll take you to him. And
We'll head that way.
when you get to the facilities, Ari, you are incredibly surprised. This place has like a full-on hospital with multiple units in it. They basically like if you started to map this place out in your head, you realize this is like the labyrinth. There's so many rooms and so many tunnels, and they dip and turn into places to avoid where water is. You know there has to be some sort of magic keeping out some of the water that's here. And it's so large, but this hospital is incredibly impressive because it goes multiple floors down from where you come in. And y'all are already underground. And you walk around and people say hello, yada yada yada. Few people give you side eye because they quickly realize you are kindred and they are not, and they know it. And what you be doing in the hospital worries them, but they don't say anything to you.
Yeah, I'll just ask around for, the doctor, whoever's in charge.
Dr. Ying? And they're like, yeah, that's the chief medical.
I am genuinely trying to make myself like as small as possible so I don't accidentally short circuit anything.
Yep. And there's some light flickering and some stuff that acts weird because you're you, which draws some more attention. But eventually, the doctor comes and sees you, and he looks like maybe late 30s, starting to go a little bit silver in the hair. Looks like he is maybe Chinese man. He's tall though, at about 6 feet tall, and he looks at you and he goes, "You're the one." Huh.
Oh no.
Huh.
I've said that a couple times today and I don't like it. What am I the one of?
Oh no, I didn't mean that to be offensive. I just you have so many things that you published that made it into my hands. You're Dr. Sir. I'm a
That
big
last
fan.
Great. That last part is absolutely true. I was coming to find you because I don't know anything about this. So I have a feeling that.
Well, okay. So I say big fan with a caveat that you definitely did some
Fucked up
awful
shit. I've heard.
medically, ethically wrong things, but you did advance the science by easily a couple hundred years. Um, the fusion of skin and metal was something that was unprecedented. It's unbelievable. But I mean, half of this work is because of you. The people here who've lost limbs and such are walking because of you. Wow. How are you here? I thought you were dead. Like,
It's
you got set on fire.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Let's try and
You
avoid
got a
that.
public execution. It was
Probably
earned.
well deserved. Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue that. Okay, I have a feeling I see how this loop loops. Cool. Let's see if we can avoid some of that.
Loop.
Yep. So, can I see what notes you have? Because currently, this is going to sound really weird. I don't know any of it.
Huh? He looks absolutely fucking baffled. Like, what?
You're probably gonna have to try to explain it.
Would you believe me if I said time travel actually exists? We found it by accident, and I haven't found all the stuff that you're talking about yet. It sounds like absolute bullshit, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
well.
a man of science.
Yeah. So, if you just want to look at your own work, that's fine. You didn't have to like come up with a wild story about it, though.
Thank you. And I will go ahead and like start scanning through the work and be very
takes you to the medical library.
My goddamn self.
The most impressive part of what you find, Ari, is how you manage to avoid talking about flesh crafting in here, because so much of your initial experiments to get to the point where you were able to do, these sort of surgeries was all flesh crafting.
Yeah. Nope, that's about right. Yeah. So I found a way that it's replicable by people who do not have flesh crafting, which is very exciting. Oh man, I am not a good person sometimes.
I need to say something.
Please.
Ari is an absolute fucking delight. I love her character so much.
Roll me a int and medicine check, or int and science, whichever one you feel is most appropriate here.
Probably medicine.
I mean, Serena's just used to her weird shit. Like, we released werewolves in Elysium for this woman.
I don't know why y'all keep listening to me.
You're kind of the only. It was either that or like get killed by Dracula. We didn't have a lot of other options.
Y'all gonna let me get eaten? 5.
Excellent.
We were all gonna get eaten.
So, to TLDR this, what you find, Ari, is that you and a Melvin Dawson Jr. discovered a way to reprogram nanobots to regenerate skin. And this is how it was able to mend the bones and skin to metal parts. And when they did this, all you had to do is make sure there was places for nerves to connect to wiring, essentially. Please, if you're watching this and you realize this is faulty science, this is some made up shit out of my head. And if you have a problem with it, go fuck yourself. But yes,
2,500. Who
apparently
gives a shit?
you and Mel figured out how to do this.
That's accurate.
Mel would. Oh, did you figure? Did that mean they probably figured out how to fix Mel's back?
That was probably what Ari was working on, because
There
That's the
are
whole.
medical journals with Mel in them, and he is standing up straight.
I really was trying to be helpful.
You were.
I
you were,
brought about the end of the world.
But he was, when you look at some of more stuff, he was one of the first that actually got experimented on. He got a basically a cyborg spine.
So he was willing.
Either he was dominated or he was in on it, because he is published in all these medical journals along with Ari.
Okay.
And I do kind of like, as I'm reading, I'm like, I was trying to be helpful.
Ari has great intentions, but the worst tendencies to do it the worst way possible.
I was trying to be helpful.
We know.
Yeah. So basically,
I would love her.
You still have all your journals published, but there is basically a year where basically all of your stuff is just gone. And then you find the, asterisks and addendums to some of the journals that are there that basically said, it was found out that your experiments were done through mass murder, and basically some horrible experiments on people.
Accurate. There's no lie. Okay. And when was the first one published? And
the first one that was published was 2024.
Okay. Which means we get back at least a year before, if I had to guess. Once I can take some of this with me, bring it back, and get it to work and retrofit it without bringing. Stop. This is what causes this. This is what causes this.
Is there
You are the
anything
problem.
else you needed from the hospital, Ari?
No, I was just curious about how all this works. And I do ask, like, where are all the smoothie tubes going?
Oh, yeah, there is.
And what's in there, and so
you can tell where they go. There's a building, and that's where apparently the Zuck's AI core East Coast is located.
The AI core needs organic matter to function.
I don't know. I mean, this honestly, if I didn't know vampires existed, I wouldn't believe in magic and technocracies and stuff like that, but who knows what they're doing in there.
That's interesting. Well, thank you. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, no problem. I'm still wondering how I saw you die and you be here, because all of the things that I know about vampiric flesh says when it burns, it's basically gone and then you turn to ash. That's what I saw. But somehow you're in front of me.
I am not doubting that you act like. I wasn't joking when I said time travel. Keep up the good work. This is awesome. This is great. Everybody looks so healthy. This is super cool.
If there's time travel, then would it be a paradox that you?
I am trying real hard to figure that out too. I don't know, because now if I have this information and I go back in time, can I then build on this information to push us further? And what problems would that cause? Because now I can avoid the mass murder and have more time.
Doc, I think you should let this go, because it went bad for you the first time. If your time traveling theory is real.
Oh, one way to find out. Have a good night. And I just pat him on the shoulder and start walking back.
I feel like Serenity and Ari are sharing a room, and she's just like, "What the fuck did you do? You came back way too giddy."
And I think
Ari probably doesn't come back giddy. Ari comes back completely in her own head.
Uh-oh, Dr. Mode is on. What'd you do?
I went to talk to the doc to find out about the cybernetics is all.
Okay, don't do anything that'll end in your destruction, please.
And I think with that, we'll say y'all have done your little stuff, lay down to rest. Everyone gets to sleep. Y'all was fed for the day sleep took you. And you know you have the mission the next day. Timeline's apparently going to be tight because this is a multi-pronged mission. But you know what you got to do, and you know where you got to go. Have an address? Yes, please.
Before I go to bed, I would love to do premonition just to see what I can get about what on earth's coming to us.
And I'm going to bring up premonition. So bear with me as the dice roller disappears. But would you mind telling the people what premonition does?
So it is flashes of insight, basically getting some kind of hint to hopefully knowing something that is gonna come at us. The hope is to get literally anything because Andy does not trust Portia.
Or should she?
And Andy also knows that whatever the fuck we're doing has got to be dangerous.
Okay. So roll me your resolve and your aspects, and we'll see how you do.
Do I need to do rouse checks before this?
The user can actively provoke a premonition by focusing on a subject, making a rouse check. Yeah, I'll say roll a rouse check because you are actively focusing on this mission and the place that you have to go.
A success on that rouse check.
Excellent.
Let me also roll my blood die. Success on the blood die. Three successes.
Would you like to blow willpower to re-roll any of your black dice or your non-blood dice?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's worth it for this one. So that's 2 die re-rolled.
Yeah. You can do up to 3, but if you don't have 3, then.
Oh, I have 3. I have many.
Okay.
I have 5 aspects. Like I have many. That's a 10 on one of the die. So
they only work in pairs, so you have to have 2 10s.
So yeah, so that brings you up to 4 successes.
4 successes. And Andromeda, as you lay down to sleep, it doesn't immediately come to you, this premonition. You are focusing, but doesn't happen immediately. And as you sleep, you see that this infiltration team is in here, the ones that are supposed to be a distraction. And they're working fast. They're moving through this building. They're causing all kinds of chaos and ruckus. But all of a sudden, one is gone. Just like they're plucked. You don't see what grabs them, but it's just, and then one disappears from the picture. And the others are continuing to do their thing, and then another one, like a dark shadow, just takes them. And the next 2 go. And when the last one is going, turns around and says, "No, you shouldn't be here. You're dead." And that's where your premonition ends.
Hey, that's good information. Cool. Okay.
And I would say, around this point, all of you wake up, and I need rouse checks from everyone.
I have 2 hunger, though. I would go snack probably on a bag if anyone has one. I don't think she would still drink for people. Well, if they're all content, they should just take enough to take it down one from one of them, no matter who.
How did you do, Andy?
Rolled a 9.
Excellent. So Andy and Ari did not get any hungrier, but everyone else does.
No, I don't. I got a 10 on my blood die.
Did you? Oh, my bad. Yep, you did. I thought I saw 1. My bad. Yeah. So Salvador, you hunger. And your beast, it's not even so much that the hunger is gets you, it's the organization of this place. Imagine if you could have all this to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine.
I wake up with these 3 like little symbols that I've made before bed, kind of to honor the what Salvador is calling sacrifices of Esperanza, Maria Josefa, and Guadalupe in their journey to get to where they are. Yeah, thinks about what could be here. But before I'm able to get too far into these thoughts about organization, I'm guessing I don't know if there's like sheep or lamb or something nearby. And I'm like, no, too much work. And I'll see if there's like a little rabbit or something. And I might actually try and do a little slurp. If
You're
there
gonna try to
isn't,
find animals.
Yes. No, you know what? I'm not. Since I have the ability to slake from my famulus, knowing now that I don't know if we're going to be going back into water, but I would have gotten Paco out of their suit, and then gone off into a private space to slake a little bit off of Paco to kind of bring it back down to 1.
Okay. And there's food for Paco as well. So like Paco will get fed and be all good as well. Serenity. You said you're gonna eat from someone here. Wait, you're breaking up.
They're frozen.
I hear you, but your picture's frozen.
Random person, long as they're cool, as long as they have the blue band.
They're all good. They know the way this works. Blue bands, they set their band after you've eaten, and then it turns red.
I just take the one I just gained off.
Cool. Andy, are you going to go and meet the crew and take them to where y'all need to go?
Yep.
And are you going to tell them of your premonition? You don't have to. I'm asking for my own curiosity at this point.
I don't think she'll tell them. I think she'll just like kind of knock on their door and be like, "So y'all ready for some chaos?"
When am I not?
Yeah.
Everything with Coder is chaos. I learned this a long time ago.
And Portia comes out.
Oops.
And she's
I said
like,
that to the wrong person.
okay, look, We've already went through the, bowing, yada, yada, yada. If that made you feel some kind of way, sorry, not sorry. We got to do what we got to do to make sure the obedience happens here. It's the way of the world now. Anyway, I want to make sure that y'all are prepared for what goes down here. So, and she gives you basically a, what looks like a clear clipboard, and then she taps on it, and it shows up, and then it shows a map of where you're going. She's like, you're going to travel through this building, down to here, and then over to this building. When you realize that you are actually just as the outskirts of South Philly, towards South Street. Salvador, first thing you notice, this place would not be very far from where your shop was, where y'all are now. Serenity, what you notice immediately at looking at this is the building you're infiltrating is the same building you and Genghis jumped out of.
All I heard was Genghis, and I jumped out of it, the same building. Sorry, my computer's acting fucking weird. Y'all freezing. Like Liz and
Yes.
Fair and Tuck and everyone but Prince has not moved.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
Stand
your
by,
internet,
folks.
fam. Anyway, he's giving you the layout. She's like, these people are going to infiltrate through a zip line onto the 24th floor. Y'all need to get to the 36th floor. That's where you have to make the move. It is not a bank building. I know that's probably what you remember. It's not anymore. This is another Meta-owned marketing building, and R&D. By R&D, I mean research and destruction of human bodies and kind for blood and viscera. Any questions?
Who are you sending in for infiltration?
She's like, I have Adrian, Tamika, Leslie, William. Why?
You may want to throw in one or two other people in there. That's a small group. I know you're trying to keep this tight, but
we can't afford to throw more people in there.
You're having us go into the building. We're destroying shit.
Yeah, that is a guerrilla team. We can't throw more people at them because then they'll throw an army back at us.
One or two extra people isn't an army. One or two extra people is insurance.
You all are the insurance. That's why you're going with them.
All right, you better make sure then they're fucking armed to the teeth.
They will be. But if they don't walk out, I don't care. You all have to finish this mission. They just need to be there to distract.
Yeah, but is that distraction going to give our asses away?
Ideally. If not, I trust you all can improvise. If you're really trying to convince her to bring more people, I'm gonna need a charisma, persuasion.
Sure, I'll try.
You could always try to dominate whatever you feel is right.
My dominate isn't that kind of dominate.
I have a question out of character. I feel
Shoot.
a little maybe confused or lost. Why are we doing this? And what's in it for us?
It is basically going to take down all of those cannibals that attack your people.
It also is a part of meta from what it sounds like. So it would be taking like
An important part of
taking
meta
down
down.
a part of their operation.
How many successes did you get? 4?
Or
Thank you.
she beat me.
She looks at you. And she goes, "What did you see?" Like she just
Something.
sees through you.
Something grabbing our guys. Last line was, "You're supposed to be dead." So
I mean, couldn't be one of us because we are dead, right?
yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's something not as good. So I think some extra guys, or at least, I don't know, something. Because if we're losing a full ass team, we better, I don't know if our end works, but we got to make sure that that end works.
Can't wait to fight a Zuckerberg bot.
Fine. I'll send in one more. Really didn't want to call a specialist, but it's fine. You better not fuck this up, I swear to God. I don't want to swear to
You
Cam,
asked.
because that motherfucker might try to eat me. And if he tries to eat me again, it's going to be a fucking problem.
Shit hits the fan. It'll be us on the line, so you get to dance in all of our graves. I guess our undead graves.
On your old ass ashes. Anyway.
I ain't that much older than you.
No, you're way younger than her.
Yeah, you're like,
No, yeah,
way
I'm like,
younger.
I'm like, I'm way
I think
younger.
you say that, and I think Katura looks at you like,
I think no, that is me. That is me, Tuck, not knowing Portia's age.
yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
Portia's a Methuselah. She's like,
Oh,
ancient.
in our
got
time,
it.
in our
Got
time,
it.
she's
This is
Methuselah.
me not. This is me not having known things.
She's at
Andy
this
would not have
point
said that. Andy would not have
thousands
said that.
of
And
years
this is
old.
me not.
Yeah, I
having
got
known
you. It's
things.
fine. Okay, so she sends y'all out, and the route there provided y'all immediately head out. First off, one thing, all get armor. It gives y'all clothes, and you can choose whether or not to wear them before we make this move. Are y'all taking the uniforms?
Probably.
I'll
If it
take
provides
armor.
protection.
how? Yeah, I just don't understand how armor works in this.
Basically, it's going to deflect 1 damage.
Okay.
That's all.
Superficial, aggravated, or both.
Superficial.
Okay. Well, that would lessen an aggravated at least. So yeah.
Do you have anything that might fit a 4-legged friend?
What? There's multiple friends that walk on 4 legs, so
I'm not going to be very much help like this, but if I shift, I'll be much more helpful.
oh, it's nanotechnology. You're fine.
Perfect. Then I wear it.
You're giving them. You're taking them to the armory as well, right?
I wasn't planning on it.
You're not sending them in without anything. And you would see, some of you would have, it is at this, Andy had grabbed this. I hadn't mentioned it because, but because Prince gave it to me in the break. But it is a big ass gun on her back.
It
looks like the one Liza was-
Liza's having. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I pull out one of our modern day pistols. I don't know how well this is gonna work.
You're giving them something.
The
at
random
least.
people that go past you see your gun and they go,
Yeah, that's what I figured. I put it back.
Is there something for Paco?
I
Yeah,
doubt it,
give
Papa.
the fucking peacock a gun.
I mean, Papa could have
I
a
meant
pistol.
armor, but I mean a
Like
gun would be dope too.
put a dagger on each
Hell.
of his little Paco's little talons.
Okay, I would 100% believe that if you stuck a gun on his back and he gave it a mechanism that he can pull on it with his wing.
Shoulder mounted cannon on the back of a peacock.
we do not have
Paco
time for
would
that.
commit murder.
Absolutely not. I can get him, you know, a weave suit, but that's the best we can do.
That's all I was asking for.
Any of you actually use guns?
Yes.
Fine. They're not getting one of yours. I'm absolutely not.
I didn't say give him one of mine. I said give him something. I worked hard for this thing.
Oh, I actually can use a gun. Huh.
Technically, I can. But
I have a feeling I will be more useful other ways.
And
Not sure if the guns are going to work for you. They're a little more.
I have a feeling I'll be more
Techie?
useful other ways.
Yeah.
I
You
still
can-
technically can use one. Oh.
you can take the one that she has. It should work for you. And she points at a Serenity. Like, you can still use that. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Peter rifle or laser pistol? Okay. Laser pistols. You're responsible for these. They don't make it back.
Yeah.
And y'all get 2 large guns.
Mhm.
They're like, these things weigh probably about 10, 15 pounds. Like, it's heavy.
So nothing. So regular to me though.
Yeah, for you it's fine. But you realize to shoot it, you'd probably have to use both hands. It is sleek. It does not seem to have any sort of ammo container, but essentially it is an all silver sort of long rifle, but it's shaped
Yeah, Star
like a
Trek
pistol.
phaser beam. It's like a Star Trek phaser.
If a Star Trek phaser was the size of a Desert Eagle.
No, right, but I meant in terms of the shooting part. Is
You'll
where
see.
I'm assuming this is going.
You'll
Okay,
see.
that's fine.
And Katori, you get one of these as well.
Okay.
Keep that safety on unless something goes wrong.
And
Point
Ari.
the phaser out
I
to me.
know how to use a gun.
someone comes
So-
up and gives you a crossbow.
How to use this?
That's pretty dope though.
You're
That
like,
is
this,
dope.
I mean, we've had a few Lasombra.
You can get good with this. Don't
Hey,
knock it.
we broke into a museum and took this, so
And you're going to be turning into an animal of some sort. Yeah. Do you need a gun? Can you like shoot with your
Don't worry about it.
you're muted.
I think that was intentional.
Juice
Oh, I
said
did
said
because it looked
nothing.
like he that Juice was trying to talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
All I said was like the same thing that would have been conveyed by just waving it off.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
No, thank you.
I was muted and didn't realize it.
Okay. Off you go. Good luck. Don't die.
Thank
And
you.
if you do die, make sure the mission's finished first.
Hey, Prince. Just kind of random. Have I heard anything from my beast since we got here?
Mm.
I didn't think so. Okay.
You have not.
I didn't think I had. Okay.
Oh, you mean voice in your head?
Let's go, gang.
Like, what do you mean? I was very confused with
As
Your sire.
No,
As
yeah,
we're kind of-
I figured that.
once we're kind of with the infiltration group that we're going to be
Y'all are
walking
not with them.
Oh, we're
They're
not
already
walking with
in-
them.
they're already there,
They're
I think.
separate group entirely from
Yeah.
y'all. This is
Oh,
a two-pronged approach.
I'm just gonna like kind of like drop back for a second to Salvador. I, You're around. But you're not really doing much these days. Kind way to say would be hermiting.
Permitting?
Hermiting, yeah. Hermit.
Okay.
Isolation.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
You're honestly, you're kind of a little bit out of Philly. You're closer to, like, I guess where suburbia would be, used to be.
That definitely does not sound like me at all.
But last
This
I
is
heard,
terrifying.
that's what you were up to. You don't really.
Oh, no, we cannot have this timeline happen. Let's go.
Salvador's worst nightmare come true. She's a suburban house spouse now.
So he's like, what if I don't get these cookies baked? We're gonna have problems.
Salvador's on a Bravo reality show now. Interesting.
Real kindred of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a mess.
Oh no, I now know what I'm gonna be doing on the bus ride tomorrow. I am photoshopping this.
Anyway, how
Thank
do
you
y'all
for
want
the update? Ugh.
how do y'all want to approach this? Are y'all going in stealthy or are y'all trying to go in fast?
Fortunately, we can't do both. Probably stealth because until the infiltration team we know is in there, then we can go fast.
Y'all won't know when the
Yes.
infiltration team's in there. You just know they're going.
I think we should.
That's unhelpful.
Well, they don't want communications getting interrupted.
Right.
Because, well,
No,
So
that's
since we're not going to know anything, we should probably be quick about it. What do you guys think?
and as y'all are traveling, you're probably maybe like 3-4 blocks away. You just see a explosion come out of this building. Just boom.
Oh, I think that's our cue.
I believe we're going fast then.
Fast is probably best.
Yep.
Let's go fast.
So
Gotta go fast.
I need
Athletic.
dex and athletics checks from everybody.
Oh dear lord.
I'm on it.
What if you have nothing in athletics?
Then you just roll dex.
Great.
Then you and I are in the same spot.
Same.
Same.
Oh
No modifier. No.
Thought I had something and then I
Are
realized
you-
I was thinking
no,
about completely
willpower that
different
shit, nuh-uh.
character.
Salvador got 2 successes.
Wait, what did
2
I
out of 2.
Already got 2.
Tara
I
got
already got
1.
I
How
got
does
one
Serenity
success.
roll
Is it,
been worse? You got
I got
1?
one success. Is it worth doing the reroll?
Yeah.
Is it worth spending the reroll?
Oh,
I'm trying to hit reroll, but it won't. Oh, now I understand why it's
I'm
having an
confused.
issue. Are you kidding me?
Y'all are trying to go fast.
I'm
I'll just put
gonna-
it like that.
expend willpower.
Please
Uh,
go for it.
Question is,
I already
willpower reset with sleep or with procession?
Perception.
Okay.
Do you roll for Buckle or do I?
You can roll for Paca.
I
Go
said that
for
every
ahead,
time Sarah's actually good at something
it's
so
only
far.
one.
It's just been bleh.
Only one reroll, and I kind of need to save that
2
for.
successes. Yeah, y'all are moving okay. I'll put it like that. As fast as y'all possibly can for this group. Y'all are definitely not a group of athletes. Let's put it like that.
We also just don't know the layout of the building anymore, so it's like everything's different.
Y'all have a map.
and that's. But I mean, maps only go so far.
We ain't SEAL Team 6.
Yeah,
you have a
we
map to
fucking-
get to the building, and you
Yeah,
get
we
into
don't
the
have a map to the
building.
inside.
And you're moving fast, and you see that the lower levels, because you have to basically go through the front door. Y'all don't have a zip line from one building to another sort of thing. You all have to go in through the front. But because of the explosion in this building and what sounds like a bunch of other ruckus as far as y'all close in on the building, there's no security downstairs. There are, however, turrets. And you notice them. How do y'all want to approach turrets?
Can I just shoot them?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, as we approach, can I
Absolutely.
aim the laser rifle that I have?
Salvador?
As soon as the explosion would have gone off, I would have shifted into my wolf form.
Okay.
And so you all, this would be the first time that you're all seeing this, but essentially, yeah, Salvador already had a bit of a hairy chest, but basically that spreads over everywhere and takes on that wolf form because I'm a little bit more resilient and a little more physically dexterous and able in that form. As you can assume, I'm not able to communicate with you, but I assume I'm still able to communicate with Paco telepathically still?
You are. You still maintain your connection with Paco. Okay. So let me get a composure and firearms from everybody who's shooting at turrets.
That's better than dexterity.
And I will let you basically get the jump on them as y'all know where they were based on having
I'm spending a willpower. We need to get into this building.
Fucking hate me.
Katura with 2
3.
successes. Serenity with 3.
4.
4. So there's 3 turrets in here. Andy, you drop to one knee, take aim, line it up, hit one. Gone. Just one shot. Katura, you are not used to this pistol. You're used to, more conventional weaponry. This is, and it has a kick that you weren't expecting. And it, instead of shooting what you think is going to be like a I don't know, Star Wars blaster or something, this just shoots out like a straight up laser beam, like you're carrying a Ghostbusters rifle or something.
Okay.
And so when you shoot it, you're not expecting what happens, and it sort of kicks up a little bit, and it hits the turret, but it isn't enough to take this thing out. Serenity, you do manage to take yours out. But the other one turns, and it shoots back at you, Katura. And if you want to dodge, give me Dex and Athletics.
Okay.
I will also shoot the one at shooting at Katura when if I am allowed to do that at the same time.
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
Let me do it again.
Yeah, I will also help out with that extra shot just to give it a chance. We got to get this thing.
I got a 2 successes on that one.
Cool. And how many are you getting, Andy? Katura?
Another 4 successes.
Yeah. Between you and Serenity taking aim and shooting at this thing, your shots basically hit it at the same time, but not before it fires off shots at Katura. And this seems like more conventional weaponry, but the bullets are large. And Katura, you dodge, but just barely get clipped. And right in your thigh, it is just a hole there.
Okay.
And you take 3 superficial damage. That is minusing the 1 for your armor.
Can I use toughness to get rid of all of it?
Toughness.
Is fortitude.
Yes.
Rouse check, subtract fortitude for superficial damage, yada yada yada. Which I would also have that up as well. Coming into this. So I will roll the rouse check for you.
Wait, wait, what are you doing?
I also have toughness and I would have activated it as soon as it turned. As soon as we got into.
You didn't get shot at, so you don't really have to.
No, I know, but I'm remembering to do it now before I forget.
Okay.
Regardless, I got a Hunger Games. I'm at 2.
Well,
so I gotta look up the rules for this because I forget how it works exactly. So fortitude, you take a rouse check, and this is for resilience or no.
it's toughness.
Toughness. I'm sorry. Yeah. Subtract the fortitude of the defender from all superficial damage sustained. So how much fortitude do you have?
3.
Then yeah, you take no damage. So it looked like it was gonna blow a hole through your leg. It does not. Initially it hurts though. It's a little fiery sting, but you're good. The tourists are taken out. Elevators are open. You got a big old wolf with you, a peacock
With a gun.
and
a gun.
some warriors. So you'll take the
Peacock ain't
elevator.
got no gun.
Do you remember what floor you're supposed to go to?
36. Oh, woof, woof, woof.
And you're traveling up the elevator. And
I'll boop it with my nose.
Oh.
Andy, this is where you like that premonition. It is there with you. You feel it. And the lights in the elevator start to flicker.
The second
What floor are we at?
it starts flickering and acting weird, I'm probably going to pop my shadow arms.
Okay.
And my flesh crafting.
You're at the 30th floor when it actually just stops.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. All right, let's.
Do the doors open, or is it just like the elevator completely stops, like it's
It
an
just
emergency?
stopped. Like the
Okay.
power went out in the building.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have taken the fucking elevator. They teach you that in safety protocols and everything.
Is there
Okay.
a hatch?
We gotta.
They're like,
Yeah,
We
that's my
exactly
thought.
at
Is there a
the third-
hatch?
Okay.
All right, one thing at a time here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ari,
It's just-
you were trying to use arms armament, right?
I'm getting them ready, as well as my protean, which both need rouse checks, which I've passed.
Congratulations. There's no visible hatch,
I need
but
to
there
rouse
are
for a
visible doors right in front of you.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Are we exactly at the 30th floor?
You can't
Or
tell.
is
The
it,
doors
like,
aren't open.
partial? Okay. Yes, Tuck.
Because I looked up a thing.
Like
Sorry.
we're a fucking class.
Shoot.
Listen.
I do it too.
I know, I
um,
make fun of you for it too.
I'm gonna close my eyes in that moment, and I'm gonna do clairvoyance.
Okay.
I want to
Mm.
figure out as much information as I can about our surroundings right now. I'm gonna rouse. Oh,
How bad?
that's a what?
Oh,
Hungry,
Hunger.
hungry, 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 hungry.
Oh, getting a little bit hungrier.
And you're like, oh, these babies would be delicious. Yo, like this is blood that hasn't been tainted by air or anything.
And then I'm going to roll intelligence. Oh, geez, I'm rolling 10 dice.
Ah, the best feeling in the world. That's someone who's done it. Best feeling in the world.
I'm making sorry. I have to like make sure I'm grabbing all that I need. Yes. Okay. Okay, and then I also roll two blood die because now I'm hungrier.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. I got an explode. 2 10s.
Okay. So
Not blood die.
that counts as 4 successes.
So, oh dear lord. 1, 2, 4,
So many.
We're looking for
5.
7.
6, 7.
Perfect.
On the money.
Y'all, as y'all are in this elevator and trying to figure out how to get out or whatever, you see Andy just sort of like eyes closed, just sit in, meditative sort of pose, just in the middle of the elevator as it stopped, just quietly.
You just hear her say, "Oh, for fuck's sakes," and then she drops to the ground and closes her eyes.
Serenity
That's normal. Great.
We heard Portia say, "What did you see?" Right? So I would think we would realize she's doing premonition bullshit.
And you see where they all got plucked.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that once you get up to the 36th floor, there is security there.
Okay.
If you take the stairs, the not the stairs that are the emergency exit, but the stairs through the office that leads up. Because you see this in your head.
Mm-hmm.
You can take those and then go up the emergency stairs from there. But you do not want to go on this floor. And on the 36th floor, there is someone, but they're obscured. You can't actually see them. There's shadows blocking your view. If you could use Sense the Unseen during clairvoyance, you could probably pick out who this is, but you cannot. But you know the layout, and surprisingly, very fucking surprisingly, this person is doing your job for you, but you are certain they're not on your side.
I open up my eyes.
What'd you see?
Someone got ahead of us, but they're not working with us. All right. So we got to get up to the stairs. Either we gotta get these doors fucking open or get somehow through a hatch and
Hold this.
get to the
There's
next
no
floor.
hatch.
Strength athletics. Actually, how many dice do you have in strength and athletics?
It's strength. Strength is maxed out. Athletics is 3.
You take half, you'll open this door. That's fine.
I'm cool with that.
I won't even make you roll for it. You just
I love you.
like Serenity just easy beast modes.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday for me. Come on.
Wait, quick question. Security. Sorry, because this is you said things fast. Security is on 36 or is on 30?
They're on 36,
36.
but there are people coming up the stairs at 30, and they're getting off at 30. So you need to avoid them. That's why you can't take the stairs for the emergency exit on the 30th.
So we need to do the regular stairs. Then
Yeah.
Yes.
stairs. Got it.
So I still have to open the doors regardless.
Yes, you still have to open the doors. And
Oh, yeah. I open the doors.
with this information, y'all can make your way through the stairs and up and up to 36. And once you get to the 36th floor, Ari, you know this feeling. This is the cold touch of oblivion.
And I would know it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I dragged you.
A little
into
bit.
it.
Now that y'all have
I saw blood.
blood swappy, yeah.
And Ari will definitely kind of step ahead of everybody.
Okay.
With I'm gonna have the shadow arms. It's split into 2, and those are out in front of me.
and Salvador will see you do this for the first time, I guess, in front of her, and will kind of look at that and kind of shake their head a bit, as if to take that as a sign of something must be beyond this. And I'm gonna also use my feral weapons and redistribute with my vicissitude. And as you see this, I guess Salvador is looking up at you, or this wolf is looking up at you. The bones start to like crick and grow a little bit, and the fur on their body starts to kind of like solidify and turn spiky. And the claws get longer, and the fangs get longer as well, and kind of looks less like a wolf and more like some kind of like
Demon
exaggerated feature creature. Like the eyes get bigger and longer.
Ari, you would know this is what you learned too.
Oh,
This
see?
is Sabat based flesh crafting
Right.
stuffs.
I need to practice more.
And this is like Salvador is just as far as Salvador knows, they're just doing the feral weapons, but narratively and like this other stuff is happening alongside it. So Salvador is also kind of caught off guard by some of the stuff that's going on here.
Just for my clarification, Salvador's transformation is flesh crafting bullshit.
Yep.
Okay, just making
But
sure.
Salvador doesn't fully realize what that means.
Exactly.
I got that part. I just okay.
No, that's my clarification.
Yeah,
Like, wait,
Katura sees Salvador change and she's like, cute.
That's cool.
Can I
You
give
have to do one
Salvador
browse check each.
Can I give
Yes.
animal Salvador like chitty scritches?
not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad time.
so
I didn't mean now, but I just mean is it do I have consent
are you asking for
to give-
consent?
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
Can I get consent to give
We
chitty
believe in
scritches?
consent here, and you should too.
Yes.
Success.
Let's see. That's one, and then the second one.
Success.
I'm all good.
Wow, y'all are lucky. Anyway, if you have eyes
So
of the beast, sense the unseen, what is the other one?
Oblivion
sight. You'll need those. Just saying.
Eyes of the Beast is up.
I'll do that as well.
Oh,
But that
I
does
can
not take the browse check,
heighten-
right?
I can do heightened senses, and that gives me the ability to see in pitch darkness.
Yeah, this is not pitch darkness. This is magical darkness.
Oh well,
You
fuck
blind,
me then.
baby.
Well, that's fine.
Katura and Andy are just like,
Whatever.
well,
Oh, Serenity would 100% have at least tap Andy's shoulder and be like that way, and try to like guide her hand.
I
to-
will still do heightened senses because it will give me better hearing, and so maybe I could hear something.
Yep, and that's fine. What is the roll for heightened senses? Is there a roll for detecting anything with it?
I think it's. I mean, on here it says wits and resolve.
Wits and resolve. Roll your wits and resolve, please.
Okay.
Are any of you walking into the shadows here?
Oh, fuck me. This dice roller fucking hates me.
I would probably poke around the corner just with my.
There's
If I'm
no
wrong.
poking around the corner. All
no
you
corner.
see is pitch black in front of you, and
And
you
at that
know it's
point, we're gonna-
magical
so-
darkness. So,
so we're
are
gonna
you
have to
walking in or
Salvador
no?
goes in.
I'm
Yeah.
walking in.
Salvador would-
Ari
what
would have
so
done
it would
like
go
genuinely
behind
trying to
Ari, yeah.
push them a step behind me. Like, let me. This is least likely to hurt me.
You want
I
back
think
up?
some-
Just because it's Oblivion. Y'all can follow, but let me take the first step in. Just
Okay.
Okay.
I think Wolf Salvador would resist a bit in wolf form, used to being alpha, and then seeing the shadow arms and kind of seeing like you're taking the lead here might flank you, but at your side might not step back,
that's,
but might
that's fine.
flank you.
Okay. What did you roll, Andy, for your wits and resolve?
oh, I
Oh,
didn't
right.
roll it. Hold on.
I didn't hear that. I'm gonna
I
roll it. Hold
didn't
on.
hear Wits and Resolve. What are we doing?
Wait.
with
No,
Resolve
it's just for those who use heightened senses.
3 successes.
Andy, what you hear is, fuck, why is this fucking computer the way it is? It is a female voice. You're not particularly familiar with it, but it sounds like you heard it before at some point. God, I hate being a fucking La Sombra. Ugh! Sometimes it's so hard.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Ari and
It's not
just
alright.
just gonna turn to the rest of y'all and say, so we're dealing with a La Sombra.
I believe.
I'm pretty sure Ari would have already walked in at that point.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
For
Oh.
all of you who walked in,
Yeah, I walked in too.
I'm like have my gun like
At the door.
like I'm like I don't trust this shit.
Ari, you know this is a Stygian shroud. Like, it's not in question for you, but the thing that happens next is uncomfortable to say the least. And I need you all to roll me. All you walked in. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I have the right roll here.
You are a storyteller juggling many things. I am proud of you regardless.
Resolve and composure.
For those who walked in?
Yep.
And I'd be using the wolf stats, right?
Yes.
Cool.
For those of you who are waiting in the doorway, this is some creepy shit.
I'm gonna use willpower.
Resolve and composure.
I'm just like
Oh,
poking
what
my
the
head
heck?
in. I'm not.
Okay, there we go.
Successes.
Those
If you poke your
are
head in,
mental.
you need to roll a resolve and composure.
Yeah,
as well.
I rolled it. So
You got 4
Well,
successes.
I'm physically better in this form. Okay, I succeeded on the one die that I had.
Ari-
Spending willpower. This fucking dice roller.
Ari, you're fine. Everyone else, you feel like you're being gripped by these shadows. And even those with supernatural sight, this is incredibly uncomfortable because you can't tell if you're up, down, left, or right. You just see a hallway of shadow and it feels like you're being grabbed. Ari, though, you continue to just plow your way down these halls and you see this computer room. And the person that turns around and looks at you is Sierra.
I fucking knew it. That's why I gasped. That's why I said, oh.
That's why I was
fucking knew
laughing.
it.
And she says, oh, what the fuck?
Likewise. What are we working on?
Saving this fucking information. We can't just like cut them off and then not know how to use this. But obviously, I'm having problems here.
Same.
But I hear the voices. Or am I too discombobulated?
You're discombobulated now because this got you, and you failed pretty hard, honestly.
I 100% believe you.
Real well. And she goes, look, you finish this. You give me the information. And I'll make sure you can get out of here. I know where you come from because you can't be her. Well, you can't be you because I saw you die.
That's what I've been hearing. I was up to some pretty exciting shit, and I'll start walking over towards the computers.
hell of a leader when you want to be.
Oh, that I am well aware.
Who's out there with you?
I'll give you 3 guesses if you know the story since you've been here the whole time.
Delroy? No, Delroy's. It doesn't matter. Get them in here, do the thing, and she hands you like this little card. It's the best way I could put it. It is a long, clear card. It almost looks like a credit card size, but a little bit smaller. And it's see-through, except you see like little like glowing lines go through it every now and then. It's like, put it in. It'll be fine with us. This is one of those things that are made to work with us because of you.
I really.
Just
Oh,
doesn't
hey,
matter.
is Braden's ass still alive?
Braden?
Yeah,
Braden. Oh, your sire.
yeah.
Define alive?
That's more than I was expecting. What's going on with that? And I'm just gonna start like plucking away at the computer, and I will look at Sierra and be like, honestly, of everybody in the group, and I say this with all the love in my heart, I might be the most likely to get technology to work.
Dracula took him, turned him into a thing.
Dracula. Huh. Wasn't expecting that one. That's curious.
You're gonna fuck this up more. Get one of them. It doesn't matter. I've already set it up, and it's just the screen is flickering every time you touch something.
Ari, where are you?
All you have to do is swipe the card, give it to me. I'm leaving. Please, I need you to do this for me, Ari.
Who are you working for? That's the curious part.
I'm working for you.
Oh, shit.
Did you not put this together? We're carrying on your cause, your words.
Ari, can you get us the fuck out of here? Or
Ari!
what?
And the shadows sort of just let go of all of you, and it goes onto her. And then
I'm going to use my
Go
shadow arms as
Oh.
they are, as she's pulling all the shadows in. I'm just going to have my shadow arms just go with it and like attach to her body and squeeze.
Good
okay,
job screaming.
roll.
Oh shit.
And I know she's stronger than me by a great deal, so
All right,
let's
you.
see.
Maybe. We're almost done, by the way, y'all. I know we're a little bit
Okay,
long.
hold on. Let me see how this works. Oh god, that's a lot to read.
Jesus, my brain cannot process half of those words.
So it doesn't look like, I mean, you roll it however you want, but it doesn't look like she gets a roll against. It's just every success I get is a change.
Wait, this is for vicissitude?
Yeah, I'm taking the shadow arms and literally just coming in and going, "Bleh."
Oh, to do that to another person, though, you need more time.
Well, that's because that's what I asked you. How long would it take me to just crush clay
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, crushing
How
clay,
long?
no time. But to
Well,
reform flesh, that does take a
Prince.
significant amount of time.
That's why I asked 3 weeks
Clay
ago,
as in
like how
flesh.
long would it take me to just fuse kneecaps? Or
So you can do damage here. You can do damage.
I think
but you
that's what she's trying to
you
do.
can't change her body, but that would just be your damage with your basically your shadow arms, essentially.
Oh, that's way less than
But
I was
That's
anticipating.
Vicissitude-
that's less cool.
Yeah, that's
It does
that's-
allow you, like, it gives you you can like redistribute some of your stuff and turn them into like bludgeoning weapons, basically, and you can
That's
do that.
on your own body. But if you're
I
trying to
don't-
change
I don't
someone
have
else's
that
body,
yet, though.
you usually need like an hour of time or so to spin changing them.
Okay, then
Oh, I just
am,
meant to do damage. That's all I meant.
I'm changing what I'm doing then because we talked past each other. I completely misunderstood because I thought I could literally use it as an offensive thing, and just like, because
Mhm.
I'm not
Sorry,
trying to.
I didn't get that's where you were going with it.
Okay. Ah, that changes a
Is-
whole lot of what I was going to do.
Because I thought when you activated it, you were about to change yourself. Like,
You said I couldn't do that yet.
no, you can. You can.
Yeah. Shit.
That's
Okay.
basically what I just did, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, wires crossed a little bit on there.
Yep. Nope. It's all good.
Still sounds cool though.
Yeah. No, it would have been dope.
For the future.
Yeah, because all of that is athletic stuff, and I have nothing in that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, this does say successful change to the user.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'm not gonna do anything then.
Just gonna let her roll.
Yeah, I mean, she's pulling everything back, so
Yeah,
she's not actively
not
trying to hurt my
trying to hurt
friends.
anybody.
No.
Yeah. And the shadows sort of envelop her, and then they just kind of like blow away as smoke, and she's not there anymore. And the computer is there. And it looks like he did some work at getting it going, and all of y'all can kind of run in here and see as the shadows drop. It looks like a normal room. With a weird sort of holographic computer thing that keeps flickering every time Ari gets close to it.
Tell me
Back
which
up.
buttons to push.
No. I should probably do this.
Into
Okay.
technology, Andy.
Respectfully,
And
y'all haven't gotten to
Alright.
y'all work with lower tech.
did you insert
No
the
problem.
card?
No.
Okay.
All right. So, what am I rolling? Technology
And intellect.
and intelligence. If I have a specialty in hacking, do I add an additional die?
Sure. I'll let you add the additional die.
Woo! Listen, I will spend willpower. This gotta work.
You can arouse and take 2 extra dice to your intelligence if you want to do that too.
You think you can do that and then have willpower?
I'm gonna do it.
I believe in you.
I rolled 10 on my rouse.
Excellent. You did not get
So-
hungrier, so roll them dice.
Okay. Wow, I rolled like shit.
You should still have more willpower left.
Yeah, no, I do. Hold on. I'm counting out all the dice. Because this makes my life easier to just physically move them.
Salvador,
And I'm gonna
roll
spend a
me
willpower.
a wits and awareness and take 2 extra dice.
Willpower's up to 3.
Yes, up to 3 of your non-hunger dice. Serenity, you also roll me wits and awareness and take an single extra die.
8.
Ignore that roll. My wolf form has different stats for
8.
that.
Excellent. Andy, you get this. You see what was going on. You see that someone else was working on it. And you know what you're doing. Serenity. That is
Still just
2
one.
successes. 2 successes. The 9 and the 6 are
Yep.
successes.
Oh,
I'm assuming
6.
if that's bad, I might try to reroll.
If you want to reroll any of your dice, please go for it. I mean, it's only one die you can reroll, honestly, on there.
What do you mean? I have. Oh shit! You're right. Never mind. I won't do that much better.
I can. Oh wait, there's no way to know which ones of those are hunger dice for me, huh?
Indeed.
Let me try and re-roll it from my character sheet and just add like, I'll figure something out.
So, Serenity, it's a weird thing for you. but you swear you smell Sierra's perfume.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? She's still alive? Okay.
Andy, as you finish this check, oh, Salvador, that's the roll. Yeah, you have smelled this person before. You don't know them personally, but you know of them. This is definitely Sierra Van Buris. Wealthy heiress and owner of a hotel chain in your time. Andy, you finish plugging this in, and you hit the enter button basically, and you hear, and it is loud in everyone's ear. It's like a buzzing that goes all across the city. It hurts. And then you hear something that might be worse. The sound of people. And this content warning for anyone, this is suicide. Starting to jump from buildings. All of these cannibal monsters are basically throwing themselves to death. And then your floor explodes. Andy, you go flying away from the computer and out of the window. And the rest of you feel the building collapse on top of you. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Fuck you.
What did I do?
You know what you did.
What did I do?
Y'all, I apparently have a cult.
Quick question: is the trigger warning over?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if you just ended the episode, but I have one last thing I want to do.
Okay.
I want to do Spirit's Touch on the computer.
Oh, no time. The computer blew up right after you.
Well, it's more it just about the object. It's more about, it tells me about the person that was just using it.
Oh, in that case, you'd know it was Sierra. And you'd also know, because of you and this timeline, that she is one of Ari's lieutenants.
Oh my god.
Well, was one of Ari's lieutenants. They couldn't find her.
Cool.
Y'all, I'm sorry, I started a cult.
You did more than start a cult.
Took way too many notes from Salvador.
Oh, Salvador's like in wolf form is kind of just like, everybody's doing what I wanted to do.
No, everyone is doing what I wanted to do. Why do you think I had such a big following? Okay.
I hope you all had fun with that session. I certainly did. The ending
Thank you for having me.
was the one part that I knew I was going to do. I was like, wherever y'all end up is getting fucked up. That's the only thing I knew going into this session. But there's a reason for that.
Should have found myself at Portia's house then.
There's a reason for that. Andy, you were blown away from the building, so you did not have it collapse on you.
The building collapsed on us?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Y'all don't know why the building collapsed on you. It was like the computer blew up, but that shouldn't cause a building to fall over.
I mean, we'll find out if we're alive at the end of it, I guess.
You'll find out if you're alive at the end of it, you guess.
Find out next week on Philly by Night.
Big Daddy Kane out there just swiping buildings down.
If we wake up from the gravel and I just look up at Kane and I'm just gonna be like, just do it already.
So first off, let me thank our guest, French Tuck. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate you coming in and being part of this show. How about you tell the people who you are and what you do and all that jazz?
Hi, I'm the French Tuck. I have been Andy, aka Andromeda. The Tremere is how you pronounce it?
Tremere, yeah.
Yeah, Tremere. And I've had a lot of fun getting to hang with these folks this evening. You can follow me as the_French_Tuck on Twitch and on Twitter, where I say things occasionally that sometimes make sense.
I hope you're getting that there. I closed the window.
I got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
With that, yeah, fair. How about you tell the people who you are?
Are we gonna do stars and wishes? No?
We are running long, so I'm not gonna do that on stream.
Okay.
Today.
I'm Fair. You can find me on Twitter at Fairbear. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fairbear, where I stream whenever I want. And then you could find me here Saturday nights for this lovely game. It is lovely. I didn't mean to sound so sarcastic.
I see how it is.
Love you.
Compliment me one day and then the next day tell
Love
me.
you. I compliment you daily. Come on.
Juice.
I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I have played Salvador, your Gangrel, Wolf ? And uses any pronouns. You can find me here Saturdays playing VTM with these fine folks. On Wednesdays playing Cyberpunk Red, refereed by Mikey Mike, and where I play Redacted, our net runner, who's little sad right now. And you can find me on Twitter at TheJuiceTM.
Excellent. Ivy.
I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter, IVM_57 on TikTok, and just Nerfin54 on Twitch when I eventually get the nerve to do anything. I have a Ko-fi for cosplay thing. I also I forgot to get you guys the Amazon wish list. It's fine. I had it next week. And that is me. I am here Saturdays and Wednesdays in both RD20 things, and hopefully sometime soon I might do more TTRPG shit. Who knows?
Find out. Follow us on the socials. Liz.
I am Liz. I have apparently been a goddamn problem. Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. And I have mostly on TikTok, and I cannot wait to do the review of this game.
I love your recaps. They make me laugh so much. And I have been your storyteller, Prince, aka Doubles of Dice, around the internet. That's where you can find me. Doubles of Dice, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all that jazz. That's where I am. Obviously, I am over here as a storyteller for Philly by Night, but I'm also a player in our campaign over for Cyberpunk as well as Rocker Boy Andre, big sexy guy, who is maybe in a better place now that he isn't, planning a party for the boss he hates. You can also find me over on Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness. That is on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we raid right on to this show. And on Tuesday nights over on Carrion Comfort Studios for Camp Half-Blood, where it is a game based in the Percy Jackson universe, and we use the Demigods PBTA rule set. It's dope. I play a Reaper. He's the son of Hades and sees death. It's great.
Of course you would. Of course you would. I love that aesthetic for you, though.
Anyway, that's what we got for tonight. I thank y'all so much. Thanks to French Tuck again. Thank you for anybody and everybody who maybe came out and watched me on Roll20Con yesterday. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all are dope. And I'm going to keep doing this thing. There's going to be more stuff coming up after PAX. So look out for campaigns for next year that I am putting on. With that, We have someone to raid. Let's go raid. Who, what, when, where, why?
Josh is on.
Yeah. Josh Simon's a friend of the show. Let's go raid Josh Simons.
He's raising money for Extra Life.
Excellent. All the better. If you got the ends, do the thing. I did type that in, right?
Is it Joshua Simons?
Yep. I realized that after I did it. I was like, wait a second, that's not right. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna raid over there. Y'all have a good night. Thank you again. We out.
Bye.
Okay. That is
Rob?
that.